Here we go. All right, everybody, welcome to another trivia night with Tide Guy. Tonight we got playing Joey Foster. We have Jackson Johnson.
How do you do?
We have the man, the myth, the legend, Tony. We have Manimal Matt playing tonight. We have Hillbilly Skeptic.
Go Cats.
And we have Mike Ford.
Go blue.
So let me write all your guys' names here real quick.
Tony, you're being awful quiet. He must be walking the dog.
I think he's eating.
Uh,
I noticed the other day, I think he went back to Uber. I thought he had Uber the other night. Uber Eats.
Hey, sorry, I was on the phone. Did I miss something?
Oh no,
I just think you're being awful quiet.
Oh, okay.
All right, Joey, we're going to start with you, and you guys can pick which card you want, but you can only pick each card once. So you're going to go through them all. Which card would you like to start with, Joey?
Genesis 2, 3, 2, 2.
Genesis 3.
3, yeah, okay.
All right, your first question is people and places. What cosmetics company does Isabella Rossellini model for?
Is that CoverGirl?
That is not CoverGirl.
Hmm.
That was Lancome.
Uh,
All right, here's your arts and entertainment. What Martin Scorsese mob movie featured Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Paul Sorvino?
that. Oh my God! Now the names slip my mind because I started to say Godfather and not Godfather. Goodfellas.
Yep.
That was Goodfellas.
You're a funny guy, Joey.
I about got it wrong.
They're both good movies.
They were. All right, here's your history. What scandal had Sam Irvin saying, "Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive"?
Now read that to me again.
What scandal had Sam Irvin saying, "Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive"?
Uh, oh, that's Watergate, isn't it?
Yep.
That was Watergate.
God, damn, I'm dumb.
All right. Science and nature. This will be the easiest science and nature you'll get all night. What parts of the body does an EENT specialist deal with?
Ear, nose, throat.
What?
Ear, nose, and throat.
What parts of a body does an EENT specialist deal with?
I said ear, nose, and throat. Am I right?
You're 3/4 right.
What am I missing?
The first E.
Eyes.
Okay. I figured you were. All right. Sports and leisure. What boxer's son was elected to the U.S. Senate from California?
Yeah, I don't have a clue.
Would you like to pass and see if somebody?
Um, yeah, I'm gonna take Tony. Do it to Tony.
All right, Tony.
The guy from California?
Oh, yeah, you know
We don't
Tony.
watch boxing.
Sorry, what's the question?
Tony, what boxer's son was elected to the U.S. Senate from California?
Elected to the Senate?
Yeah, from California.
It's a boxer's son?
A
I don't know. Nixon?
No,
I have no idea.
I didn't know if any of you guys would get this one. It's Gene Tooney's son.
Oh.
Yeah. No, that one was hard.
Yeah.
Oh, John Tooney. That's,
All right,
oh man.
Joey, wild card. Who was the first moose to stand exclusively on 2 feet?
Now, what the hell does that mean? Wait, asking me that again? Is that a riddle?
Who was the first moose to stand exclusively on 2 feet?
Oh, I got to give him a hint. It's killing me.
Oh my
No.
God.
I will help you, Joey.
It'd be like the order moose?
You do have a pass, but I think everybody else on the panel is going to get this one right. So,
Oh my God. What am I not thinking?
Dude, you're going to kick yourself in the balls, act, Joey.
Yeah. Who was the first moose to stand exclusively on 2 feet?
I don't. I bet you I know what it is, but I don't know the name of him. He's that cartoon character, that animated character. Shit, I don't know. You know what? I'll use my second pass. But you said everybody will get it right. Nah, forget it. I won't use pass. I don't know.
All right. Do you remember Rocky's friend?
Hey, Rocky, let me pull.
Yeah, Rocky and Bo Eagle.
Bull. Yeah, he's just.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what I was trying to think of. The animated character. I just couldn't think of it.
All right, Joey, you got 3 right. You passed one question and they got it wrong, so you get that point. So you got 4.
That wasn't too bad for a shitty round.
All right, Jackson, which card would you like to start with?
Which cards are there?
You got Dennis 3, 4, 5, and then All American.
Let's do All American.
All right, here is your All American card. First question is people. What country music star married the same woman 3 times in October of 1952?
What country music star?
Yep, married the same woman 3 times in October of 1952.
I'm gonna pass that to Matt.
To Matt. Matt, are you good with your country musicians?
No, but I'll guess Johnny Cash.
It was not Johnny Cash. A little before his time to get married. It was Hank Williams. All right,
Monday
Jack,
Night Football guy.
his dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his dad.
There's a
Okay.
tear in my beard.
Entertainment question, Jackson.
All
What
right.
is the name of Judge Wapner's bailiff on the People's Court?
Judge Wapner.
Yep, what was his bailiff's name on the People's Court?
Oh man.
Dun dun
Ru-
dun
Rusty.
dun 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 dun. Dun.
Do you know his last name?
I think. I don't remember it. I remember. Let's see. I didn't watch a lot.
My notes are the page, dude.
Honest.
Is that me or him?
What's that?
Am I breaking up or is Jackson breaking up?
I could hear. Well, Jackson just muted himself. All right, Jackson, do you got the? I got to have the last name.
I think it was Bur. Oh man. I'm thinking on it. It's Burl.
That is who it is. All right. Now, for the history question.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What motto began appearing on most U.S. coins after a congressional vote in 1865?
U.S. model.
What motto began appearing on most U.S. coins after a congressional vote in 1865?
Oh man. In God we trust.
In God we trust is correct. Here is your place. What's the largest state on the Gulf of Mexico?
The largest state in the Gulf of Mexico. Well, either do I have 50-50 options or no?
Yeah, you have a 50-50. You want to use a 50-50?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a guess and say it's Texas.
All right, it was Texas.
The Lone Star State.
That's right. Here's your sports and leisure. What decade saw college freshmen finally allowed to play in varsity football and basketball games?
The 70s.
That was the
See,
70s.
everybody that's watched We Are Marshall knows that one.
That's right. Wild card. How many of every 5 private detectives are females?
5.
The answer was 2.
Well, I was a little way off.
All right, Jackson, you got 4 correct.
Oh, that's good.
And then you passed one question and they got it wrong, so you got 5.
Oh man.
You're welcome, Jackson.
All right, Tony. Which card would you like to start with tonight? Oh, he's muted.
Let's try the All American.
All right. Here we go. All American. First question is people. What age were both Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. when they died?
Oh, I have no idea. 42.
You were close. They were 39.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like Malcolm X was born in died in 5. Okay, was born in 1920.
Okay, yeah, I'm siding with Joey now. Now he is breaking
Yeah,
it.
he broke
He's
up.
breaking up like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, what's my next one?
All right, here's your entertainment. So you got a 50-50 on this one. Are you ready?
I'll take it.
Which country has more opera performances per year? Italy or the U.S.?
Tony, now you need to use your 50-50 on this one.
You can't.
You know what? I'm going to say the U.S. because we're so much bigger country.
That is correct. It is the U.S.
It's always the ironic answer.
Yeah.
These 50-50s.
All right. Don't overthink this one, Tony. Here's your history question. What city saw 2 dogs executed for witchcraft in 1692?
Salem?
That would be Salem. Here is your place question. What far northern city vies with Las Vegas for the highest percentage of households with VCRs?
Wait, say it again?
And this was 1993 when this was made. What far northern city vies with Las Vegas for the highest percentage of households with VCRs?
I guess I'll 50-50. Is it Juneau or Anchorage?
Good thing you used your 50-50. It was the second one.
Ha.
All right. Here is your sports and leisure. Who ripped the Washington Redskins 73-0 to win the 1940 NFL title?
Who what?
Who ripped the Washington Redskins 73-0 to win the 1940 NFL title?
1940. Jeez, I have no idea. The Giants.
It was the The
No.
Bears.
Who?
That-
The
was-
Bears.
The Bears.
Oh, the Bear. I should guess.
Yeah, I believe George Ellis was coach.
Hey, Jackson.
Alice
When you
did
get out,
go.
when you get out of West Virginia, that's when you need to turn your mic on. But wait till you're out of West Virginia.
All right, Tony. Here's your wild card. What J.R. Reynolds brand did Philip Morris want to compete with by launching the Marlboro Country ads in 1962?
What? Who is which company?
J.R. Reynolds.
R.J. Reynolds.
J.R. Reynolds.
I
They
thought
got
it was
that
R.J.
wrong.
Reynolds.
It's R.J. Reynolds.
Oh no, they are R.J. Reynolds. Yeah, after I said that,
Yeah.
no, it's not Junior Reynolds.
Just
it's
proves
R.J.
that Jim Cards ain't always right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Is it Camels?
No.
It was Winston.
Winston.
Wins. Okay.
All right, you got 4 of them right that time, Tony.
I think I only got 3, didn't I?
Oh, you missed the Bears. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. You
The
got,
Bears.
I'll take 4, but I only earned 3.
yeah, you only earned 3. All right, Matt. We got Genesis 3, 4, and 5, and we got All American. Which card would you like to start with?
I'll do 4.
All right. These cards were made in 97. First question is people and places. What Beverly Hills Street is often likened to New York City's Fifth Avenue?
Oh my god. The Malibu Strip. I don't know.
It was Rodeo.
Rodeo Drive.
Oh my gosh.
I was hoping you passed that one to me.
If I get 1, I will be shocked.
You'll get 1. Here's your arts and entertainment. What New England poet popularized the line, "I have miles to go before I sleep"?
I'm gonna pass.
Okay,
I'm
who would
gonna,
you like to
I'm gonna
pass it
pass
to?
that to Joey.
Joey.
Robert Frost.
That was Robert Frost, Joey. Good job. All right, here is your history question. Who disappeared shortly after noting, "They don't kidnap journalists. These people need me. I tell their story to the world"?
God, I want to say Amelia Earhart, but I know that's wrong. So I don't know. I'll go with Amelia Earhart.
It was Terry Anderson. All right, here's your science and nature. What century saw Alexander Cummings issued the first patent for a flush toilet?
19th century.
It was 1 century earlier. It was the 18th century. All right, here's your sports and leisure. Whose NFL playing career began in 1949 and ended in 1975?
Bart Starr.
No.
No.
No, Starr started in what, 54, and he ended in 72.
George
40
Blanda.
49 to 75 was George Blanda. He played the longest. All right, here's your wild card.
I was way off on that one.
Well, I just know that Blanda played for 300 years, so
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. For some reason, John Riggins came in my mind. And I knew
not
it
in the
wasn't-
40s.
I know. I knew it wasn't him, and then I lost it. You know, I couldn't think after that.
Last I checked, Mike, John Wiggins kicked a bunch of field goals.
He hit
I'm
him at
just saying
seven.
that's a name. I'm just saying that's a name that pops into my mind, and once that happens, you know, you're like
Once
sidetracked.
you get a name in your head, you're screwed. All right, Matt, here we go with your wild card. What did Senator Everett Dirksen die of just after griping, "They've taken my cigarettes away"?
Lung cancer.
I told you you'd get one right.
Oh, thank God.
But he passed one and they got it right.
Here's the
So
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the problem. You passed one, and
But
they
I
got
got
it right,
0.
so you lose a point. So
That
you'll
card,
make up on
Do
the
I
next
gain a
one.
point? Do I gain a point, or I just make him lose one?
Yeah.
Nope, you gained a point. Hold
I
on,
think that was
Tim.
card.
We just started, so I'll put this link in here. You come on in and play. Tim wants to play. All right, Hillbilly, we're up to you.
Hey, pick us a card there, Jeff.
All right.
Hey, I'll be right back.
All right, Hillbilly, you're going to do Genesis 3. Here's your first question: people and places. What movie mogul remarked, "You've got to take the bitter with the sour"?
What say that? A movie
What
mogul?
movie mogul remarked, "You've got to take the bitter with the sour"?
What movie mogul? Hmm. Meyer?
It was Samuel Goldwyn.
Goldwyn, okay.
Oh, that's that MGM guy with the lion.
Yep.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They both are Metro Goldwyn Meyer.
All right, here's your arts and entertainment, Hillbilly. What single word got Jack Benny the most laughs?
What single got Jack Benny the most?
What
laughs?
single word got Jack Benny the most laughs?
I don't know. Let me pass that to Jackson.
Well,
Good job, Jackson.
I watch a
was
lot
Bell.
of stuff on YouTube, so that helps.
All right. Hillbilly, here's your history question. What Caribbean country held its first free elections since 1957 in 1990?
Cuba?
It was not Cuba. What would your second guess been?
Haiti?
You should have went 50-50.
Yeah, sure.
All right, here's your science and nature. Hey, Tim.
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
Hey, we just started, so you didn't miss nothing. We're in the first round.
How's the real estate business, Tim?
Booming.
Nice, nice.
All right, Hillbilly, here's your science and nature. What rodent began sharing its name with the computer cursor mover in 1983?
Oh, man. The mouse.
That was the mouse. All right, here we go. Sports and leisure. What boxer named his four sons George the Second, George the Third, George the Fourth, and George the Fifth?
Oh, man. George Foreman?
That would be
Yep.
Foreman.
the grill master himself.
All right, here's your wild card. What time is a soldier due back on base if he has received Cinderella Liberty?
Midnight.
That is midnight.
He should have to say 2400 if it's military.
All right, so you got 3 out of 4, but you passed one and they got it right, so that knocked you down to 2 points there.
Oh,
Hillbilly.
wow. I'll take it.
All right, Mike, which one of these categories would you like?
Oh, let's get that that 2000 one out of the way.
All right, Genesis 5, here we go.
This is the kick in the nuts one.
People and places. What crustaceans are raced during a biannual festival in Brew Bridge, Louisiana?
down there, that's not really crab country. That's more of like I guess depending on geographical, they're either they're either known as crayfish or crawdaddies, depending on where you're from. I'll guess that.
They are mud bugs. That's what I call them, mud bugs.
Oh, I figured
They're
they know.
crawfish. Yeah, I mean they go by a lot of different names, but they're all the same. All right, here's your arts and entertainment. What sitcom star got an honorary degree from Cleveland University in 2000 after being booted out of Kent State twice?
Judging from that area, I'll say Drew Carey.
Drew Carey is correct. Here is your history question. What American had a 1913 net worth equivalent to over 2% of the gross national product?
Ooh. I'm tempted to use the 50-50 on this one.
I had a
I'll
feeling
hold-
50-50 might come out on this one, but
I'm going to hold off and say Rockefeller.
good call. It was Rockefeller.
Whew.
All right. Science and nature. What American statesman invented the rocking chair?
Well, he invented everything else, so I'll say Hamilton.
Go with the other one.
And what, Jefferson?
Nah, this guy was sitting on his rocking chair trying to get electricity.
Oh, Franklin. That's right. Yeah, I meant Franklin, not Hamilton. Damn it. Ah.
All right, here we go.
What happens when you get that name in your head, isn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking it was Hamilton was the one that was the inventor. It was Franklin that invented like 1,000 different things.
Well, once you said Hamilton, I'm like, yeah, he got him mixed up because Hamilton really wasn't the inventor.
Yeah.
All right, here's a layup for you in sports and leisure. What football team ate their steer mascot Bevo won at a dinner celebrating a 1920 win over Texas A&M?
Oh my God!
Hook 'em horns is
Put him
correct.
down the other way.
What, you an Oklahoma
There you
fan or something?
Okay, here's the wild card. Where in the kitchen do 6% of TV watchers find their misplaced remote?
Common sense says the refrigerator, so I'll say the refrigerator.
It
That's
was
what it
the
is.
refrigerator.
Damn. If I'd have not fricked up the Hamilton Franklin thing, I'd have swept it.
You would have got 2 more passes had you got that one right, Mike. You got
Yeah.
5 out of 6.
Considering
Hey,
that
Mike,
was
do you not know the reason that West Virginia uses the horns down too?
no, I
We
thought
always-
it was because
No. Because like in 2018, when we played Texas, we were ranked, I think, 9th in the country, and they were 11th. And it was a big game. And so, when we scored a touchdown, Dana Holgers had asked the referees before the game, "Are we going to get flagged for throwing the horns down, to the crowd or whatever?" And they told him no. So he told his team, "You score a touchdown, throw the horns down." So we scored a touchdown. They threw the horns down and they threw a flag, and they penalized us. And it became a big story that year about that and crap. And anyway, now it's a penalty in the Big 12 to throw the horns down. It wasn't a penalty before that. That's what made it a penalty.
geez, you think they were like flipping him the bird or something?
Yeah.
Do you guys notice that every show, Joey goes out of his way to talk about his favorite coach, Dana Holgerson?
I'd like to have him back about now. God.
I wish you'd have kept.
7 or 8 games.
I wish you'd have kept Rich Rod so we can forget that nightmare.
Yes, sir.
He was a better fit at West Virginia, wasn't he? I mean, you think about what he did at West Virginia. I mean, it was just unreal. So
Yeah, he
was a much
didn't
better
do it
fit.
for us.
Yeah, I know it.
All right, Tim, which one of these cards would you like?
Let's start with All American. My favorite.
All American. Here we go. Your favorite one. First question is people. What Ziegfeld Follies comedian announced she'd had her nose condemned and torn down in 1923?
Oh, that's easy. That's Joey's ex-girlfriend. What's her name? I don't know. I've got no idea.
I don't date redheads.
You know her.
I
I
know
don't date
her.
redheads.
Tim,
Find out.
I'm gonna be
not
I'm
make
gonna
a
be
guess.
mad if you get this one wrong, Tim. I really am.
Really? 1922. I'm supposed to know some actress from
1923.
1922.
You are, and when you get it wrong, I'm going to tell you why you should know this.
Okay, so then I'm gonna say.
You do have two passes. I mean, if you want to pass to somebody other than Joey, 'cause as you said, he dated this woman. So
That's what he does know. Yeah. So Matt, let's go. Matt, go for it, Matt.
God damn it. Read it one more time.
what Ziegfeld Follies comedian announced she'd had her nose condemned and tore down in 1923?
I have no idea.
All right. Tim, the reason I'm disappointed in you, about 3 months ago, I asked you a card, and I gave you the name, and you said, yeah, like I'm supposed to know that. And then the next card, it had the same woman on it, and you said, well, how am I supposed to know that? And I said it to you just 20 minutes ago, and you said, don't worry, I'll never forget her name. Well, that name was Fanny Bryce.
And I'll never forget her name now.
So that's
Yeah, you will.
I'm giving you her
I've already
name.
forgot her, like Dory style. I forgot that stuff already.
Yeah, that was the excuse you gave me last time. You're like, well, that's 20 minutes ago. I already forgot that.
Fanny Bryce, huh?
Fanny Bryce. All right. Here's your entertainment question. I'll give you a hint. If you're going to pass this one, don't pass this one to Mike. Mike will probably know this one. Who is Spider-Man married to?
That also depends on which Marvel universe.
Well, this was 1993. The card was made, so I'm beginning.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, oops, I don't know it.
Yeah.
It's God damn it, Mary Jane.
Mary Jane is correct.
Mary
your
Jane Watson.
What were visitors to
Spider-
St. Louis? What was that?
I said I know it wouldn't be Spider Gwen, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So that's it, because he was married to Gwen Stacy in one of the universes.
Yeah.
No, the only movie I know is that was his girlfriend's name.
All right, Jim, here's your history question. What were visitors to St. Louis, Louisiana purchase exposition of 1904 surprised to find in their tea?
Can you run that by me one more time?
What were visitors to the St. Louis, Louisiana purchase exposition of 1904 surprised to find in their tea? So in 1904, they had a Louisiana Purchase exposition in St. Louis. What did the people find in their tea?
What did they find in their tea? Matt, you ready again? I'm passing. Oh, I'm
No.
passing to Matt again. I'm passing to Matt again.
All right, Matt, do you
Oh.
know?
Well, I thought you said he couldn't pass it the same one twice. Well, that's what you told me a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I thought that too. I thought you had to spread around the passes.
I'm telling
Oh,
on me,
yeah,
Joey.
no, we did.
God
We did
damn
make
it.
that rule. You got to pass it. So do you want to pass it to someone else, Tim?
God damn it. Well, Joey was there, so he knows. All right, hey Tony, I'm gonna pick on you. Let's see if you know this one. Tony's
Hey,
gonna know it because
Tony.
probably some political like tie into this. I mean, Tony's gonna smack it down.
What is it?
What were visitors to St. Louis, the Louisiana Purchase exposition of 1904, surprised to find in their tea?
Cocaine. I don't know.
No.
No, tell them what it is, guys.
Northerners always drink it unsweet, and they go down south and they drink sweet tea and don't know what the hell it is because it's sugar.
Okay, that is wrong. Is
No,
anybody-
it's not. I thought it was sugar.
That was the first time that the people had ice in their tea.
Funny.
All right, here we go for your place question.
Mine was better. No, I'm just
Yeah,
That's a lot more
Co-
fun.
Cocaine tea.
here's a
But
good
I would like to say
Like
that Mike went to a
Coca-Cola,
lot of
I-
exerted
I-
effort
I
there
don't know that
to explain his
1904
answer.
purchased
He
X
did,
edition.
you know. I mean, and
Well, yeah,
he said it in such a way, exuding confidence that you had
Right.
to believe it.
Well, I know in the north they don't drink they don't drink sweet tea. They drink it unsweet.
Yeah, you had me convinced it was sugar when you said sugar. You had me convinced that's what it was. So you did a good job, Mike.
You did.
Yeah, I did a good job at getting it wrong. Yeah.
But it was with conviction. Okay,
That's right, with conviction. That's for
If
sure.
you're gonna be wrong in style.
right. Do it in style. All right, Tim. Here's your place question. What city saw the first U.S. subway open in 1897?
I'll go with. I see. You know, the obvious
You
answer
do
is
have
gonna
two
be
50-50s if you got it narrowed down to 50-50.
What was the year? What was the year again?
1897.
I'll go with 50-50, and I'll go New York and Boston.
Good thing you
You
went
got
with the 50-50 because you got it on the second.
All right.
Boston.
All right.
What wasn't it an old pneumatic type system too, like that first one in Boston,
Yep.
where like they had air pressure from fans blowing them, pushing them through tubes.
All right, Tim, here's your sports and leisure. This one should just come fast. How many players were taken before Michael Jordan in the 1984 NBA draft?
Yeah. See, I should know this, but I don't. I think it's Sam Bowie. So it's. Hold on. I'll go one.
I'll let you know that Sam Bowie was the second person drafted.
God
Hakeem
damn it.
Hakeem Olajuwon was the first one.
Yeah,
Ah.
there were two, Akeem Olajuwon and Sam Bowie.
Well, there you go. Well, one was a good pick.
One was a good pick. You were halfway there.
Well, Bowie would have been good, except he was always hurt.
Yeah, if his knees hadn't went out, that would have been a good pick.
I met him once, man. He's from Kentucky, of course. I helped build a racetrack, just a horse track, just a few miles here from the house. And Sam Bowie used to come down there and do some off-track, wagering and stuff like that. He's a big man.
Yeah.
He's a big.
And at that time, big men were a premium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, here's your wild card. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What actor really ate the dog food in Down and Out in Beverly Hills?
Okay, hang on. Trying to remember who was in that movie. Crap. Is it Dan Aykroyd? Okay, hold on.
There were so many idiots in the movie. I mean, but I know which one it is because he's a.
And this guy's a great actor. He just don't get a lot of credit, I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, he is one of the all-time greats, but he just don't get appreciated for some reason.
I'm. It's one of those guys. It's one of those like. So I'll go with Down and Out in Beverly Hills. I can't remember who was in that thing. For some reason, okay, I'm gonna say. Oh, I just had his name. I just lost it. Guy from Caddyshack. And. Okay,
Chevy
hold on.
Chase, Bill Murray, Ted.
Bill Murray.
No,
No, it was none of them.
no. Nick
Tell us who
Nolte.
it was, Joey. Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte.
Yeah, I
he-
don't remember the movie. I remember the name. I don't remember the movie. That's for sure now.
All right, Tim, you got Mary Jane and you got Boston correct. You passed 2 questions. and they got them wrong. So you got them. So you got 4 out of 6 on that card.
No, I'm all out of my little goodies too. All right, I'll take it.
Right? You got 50
No, you still
50s.
got one 50-50.
There we go.
So we get two passes and one 50-50, right?
No, 2 and 2.
Okay.
Because he used one 50-50 and he used both passes.
Oh, were you the one that used it on New York and Boston?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, Joey, you have Genesis 4, 5, and All American available. Which one would you like?
Give me the All American.
All right, here we go with All American. People, who's the raging Cajun of the Clinton camp?
Raging Cajun.
Yep, who's the raging Cajun of the Clinton camp?
Hillary? I have no idea.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
James.
Oh.
James Carville. Yep.
James Carville.
That bald-headed
Oh.
motherfucker.
God, yeah.
Yeah, he's that guy that wears the LSU hat all the time.
Yeah, he does.
You know what? I'm not on their political side, but I actually kind of like him.
Well,
I
he
think he's got a Carville.
he might be a Democrat, but he's not like a big lefty guy.
His
and
wife.
he's a lot. He's funny.
Republican.
He's good.
Yeah, he's kind of a moderate.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good guy. Honestly, I
I
like
should
him.
have thought about that because I can remember that because I remember Hillary had some pretty choice words for it about that or something.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right, here's your entertainment, Joey. What classic sitcom was the first to use 3-camera setup to film episodes in front of a live studio audience?
God, I'm trying to remember if that was. You said sitcom though, right? You did say sitcom.
What classic sitcom? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I Love Lucy.
It was I Love Lucy.
Yeah, because I was trying to think. Okay, Ed Sullivan, but that was not a sitcom. So okay.
No. All right, here's your history question. What did Senator Joseph McCarthy say you can't fight with perfume in 1952?
God. I have no idea. Communism.
It was communism.
I was going to say McCarthy.
Yep.
Yeah, but I I was like thinking. Okay, it was
All
a
right,
guess.
Here's your place. What state has the largest shopping mall and inside recreational area?
Is that Minnesota? Is it Minnesota's or? I'm gonna say Minnesota.
Yep.
It is the Mall of America in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
I've
I
been
couldn't
there.
remember if that one was bigger or there's one in Georgia too, or is it Mississippi?
Well, got to figure that at the time of this card, it was definitely the Mall of America.
Yeah, it had just
Yeah.
recently been built. Not.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, here is your sports and leisure. What 3-time Super Bowl winner was tooling down Interstate 280 when he decided to become Stanford's head coach?
Man, I'm trying to even think of one Stanford head coach that I can name.
I can name one.
No,
Harbaugh?
Actually, I can name two. I can name two.
Yeah.
I can name his replacement, but yeah, Harbaugh.
Yeah, I don't have. I don't. Do I have a pass left?
You do have a pass.
All right, I'll pass it to Matt.
Matt,
I'm gonna guess Walt Harris.
it was not Walt Harris. Does anybody want to tell him who it was?
I don't remember Walt Harris coaching Joe Montana.
Yeah, it was Bill Walsh. All right,
Hey,
Joey,
I got a point. I don't care.
here's your last question, wild card. What did some politically correct types call the involuntary undomiciled? Undomiciled.
Read that again.
What did some politically correct types call the involuntarily undomiciled?
Undomiciled.
That's what I kept trying to say, but it won't come out.
Right.
Undomiciled.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't have a clue. I've never heard that.
A domicile is where you live.
Oh, I know that,
So
but I mean, I've never heard.
involuntary undomiciled is the homeless.
Homeless.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I don't guess I thought the question outright or something. Okay.
You got 3 right and passed 1, and they got it wrong. So you ended up with 4 on that card, Joey.
That's right. 5 in the first round, so I'm up to 9.
All right, Jackson.
Well, 4 in the first round, but then I got the
What's
extra
up?
that passed me.
Right. You got Genis 3, 4, or 5. Which card would you like?
Let's do Genesis 5.
Genis 5. Here we go.
And how many passes have 50 left?
You have 1 pass and 1 50-50.
Well, bear you wisely.
Yep. Okay, here's your people question. People and places. What infamous gateway is at the heart of Berlin's museum documenting the wall?
What's the question?
What infamous gateway is at the heart of Berlin's museum documenting the wall?
The Berlin Wall.
What infamous gateway is at the heart of Berlin museum documenting the wall?
I don't know. That sounds like a Mike Fort question.
All
You
right, that's
know-
your last pass. Mike, do you know what infamous gateway is at the heart of Berlin's museum documenting the wall?
Brandenburg.
It is Checkpoint Charlie.
Oh, good pass.
Isn't that like the old wall Berlin though? Right. That I'm not Berlin. Babylon.
That,
Am I right?
That got me too, Mike. I thought for sure that.
No.
Was,
I thought it was the Brandenburg gate.
oh yeah, me too, man.
Well.
Jackson, here's your arts and entertainment.
I don't know what gate I'm thinking of. Then I was thinking, I'm in the wrong country, ain't I? Jesus, I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
you're
Hell,
in
I
the
don't
wrong
know.
country.
Hell, okay.
Late, man. That's late, Joey.
Well, I think I heard the question wrong. So
All right, Jackson. What Tom Hanks movie was the first film since 1939 to win a Best Picture Oscar and be tops at the box office?
Let's see. As I remember, I know that Castaway never won Best Picture. Know that. But I'm take a guess and say Forrest. No, that's not. No, that was something else. Oh man. Oh man. And this was I'm guessing it was sometime around. Oh man, I had it right first time. I thought it was Pulp Fiction that won the Best Picture in '94, but I'm gonna take a guess and say that was Forrest Gump that won the Best Picture because everybody loves that.
Well, he wasn't in Pulp Fiction, so
It was Forrest Gump.
Well, I know he wasn't in Pulp Fiction. I know that.
okay, I don't know. I'm hearing that. I thought you said 1989 movie.
No, he said 1994. He said Pulp Fiction did not win, so he thought that Forrest Gump won.
Oh, okay. But I know I was thinking you said 89 movie. I'm like, no. Forrest Gump came out long after 89.
Yeah, 1994 was a great year to go to the movie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Shawshank.
yeah. I didn't need a 50-50 because I thought it might have been Philadelphia.
No, 1993.
I couldn't remember what year that came out.
93.
Well,
All right, Jackson, here is your history question. Are you ready?
I'm all set.
Who claimed in a 1923 book that all those who are not of good race in this world are chaff?
Ooh. I don't even know. You
No
got
answer? All right, let's go to, and that was Adolf Hitler.
yeah, Mein Kampf. That sounds about right.
All right,
Tony dropped.
here is your science and nature.
What happened?
Tony dropped, he'll be back.
Oh,
What book includes Darwin's boast, I see no good reason why the views given in this volume should shock the religious feeling of anyone?
Ooh. I see no reason of what.
I see no good reason why the views given in this volume should shock the religious feelings of anyone.
Oh yeah.
It was from Charles Darwin. Or
Yeah, but what book includes Darwin that saying?
I think it was The Origin of Species.
Yep.
That's on the origin of species.
Good Lord.
Here is sports and leisure.
All right.
What 8-time Pro Bowl cornerback did Dallas release in 2000 to gain them salary cap relief?
Well, let's see. This was a CB, a cornerback released
Yep.
by the Cowboys in 2000.
Yep.
Bye, Tony.
Night, Danny.
Well, I know Champ Bailey wasn't there by that time, but I think it was prime time.
It was prime time.
Yeah, Dion, man.
All right, here's your wild card. Who flies to his doghouse of solitude for quiet moments of contemplation?
Caesar Milan.
Does
Winner,
anybody
winner,
know?
chicken dinner.
Is it underdog?
Yeah.
It was Crypto.
Oh, I would have guessed underdog too.
All right, you got Gump right. You got Origin of Species, and you got Sanders right, and then you passed one, and they got it wrong, so you got that right. So you got 4 that time.
Oh, so I got 9 points. Wait.
You got 10 points because they passed one, and you got 1 right.
Oh, that's right. Yay!
All right, Matt. You have a choice between Genesis 3, Genesis 5, and All American. Which card would you like?
Let's do 3.
All right, here's your 3. First question is people and places. What river flows through Baghdad?
Oh God.
Time to use your 50-50.
Assuming he knows both the rivers.
No, I was gonna say Tigris, but I don't think that's correct. But that's the first thing that popped in my head. I'll go Tigris.
I think it is a Tigers.
It is. Good job.
Dear God.
Well, like I said, the 50-50, he was saying it was either Tigris or Euphrates.
All right, here's your arts and entertainment. What French blonde ended this hype line? And God created woman, but the devil invented.
I'm gonna pass to Tim.
Tim,
The answer is credit cards. No, hold on.
what French blonde ended this hype line? And God created woman, but the devil invented.
I was making my bad joke at the beginning. What was the first part of that? Sorry, Jeff.
What French blonde ended this hype line? and God created woman, but the devil invented who?
God,
You know any French blondes?
God, yes, I'm trying to think.
You asking me? Oh, you don't get you're asking me.
Wait, I know this one. Hold on. It's Fanny. Fanny something.
Fanny Bryce was the 1923 answer.
And it ain't Fannie Mae either. I don't even know what the answer is, but it ain't Fannie Mae.
I'm gonna go French blonde. I've got no clue.
Have you ever heard of Brigitte Bardot?
Oh yes, I have.
That would have been the French blonde bombshell. All right, good choice there, Matt. Here we go with your history question. Who launched the great proletarian cultural revolution? The great proletarian cultural revolution.
Brick. Shit. What's his name? I actually know this one. Is it Zedong?
It is Zedong.
Wow.
All right, here's your science and nature, and this will probably be one of the easier science and natures you'll get. What mountain lost 1,300 of its 9,677 feet when it blew up in 1980?
Vesuvius?
Oh.
Think a little closer to home.
No, I'm having a brain fart.
Mount St. Helens. All right, here is your sports and leisure. What sport were the minister, bride, groom, best man, maid of honor, and 4 musicians all doing at a 1940 New York marriage?
No, I don't know.
They were parachuting.
Odd question.
Here is wild card. Who gets credit for being the first to ask, "Am I my brother's keeper"?
Shit. Damn it, my Bible.
Where is thou, brother?
No, it's 50-50. I'm gonna say Cain or Abel.
It was
Cain.
the first one. It was Cain. All right, you got Cain right. You got Zedong right, and you got the Tigris right, and you passed one, and they got it wrong, so you get that right. You got 4 that round, Matt.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
So, when I got back, I'm sorry, I stepped away to go to the restroom. When I got back, y'all were talking about Brigitte Bardot, and I didn't want to interrupt the game, but she once said something like, "God created the world, but the devil created Brigitte Bardot," and that was funny as shit.
Yep. All right, Hillbilly. You got Genesis 4, 5, and All American to choose from. Which one would you like?
Let's do 4.
All right, here we go with 4. Here's your people and place question. What future Soviet republic produced 1/2 of the world's oil in 1901?
What future Soviet republic produced 1/2 of the world's oil?
In 1901.
Future Soviet republic. I want to go with Russia.
It was Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
All right, here's your arts and entertainment. What movie earned Tom Hanks his 3rd straight Oscar nomination in 1996?
His third straight. 96. Was it Castaway?
It was Apollo 13.
Oh, I thought it was Castaway too.
Here
Man,
is
he used to get it for everything, didn't he? Like what?
Pretty close.
Oh yeah, I mean, you think of the movies he's been in. I mean,
Like he got it for Gump.
you had Gump, you had Castaway, you had Apollo 13, you had what was the war movie? Saving
Private Ryan.
Yeah.
You had Big.
Oh, dude, man.
I hope he didn't win one for Big though.
No, but I mean, he's been in some huge movies. You know,
Dude, some of his best movies though, like Turner and Hooch back in the day.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Oh man, he had some great movies.
I don't know if it'd win any awards, but it was a good movie.
I'm sitting there talking away, and y'all are ignoring me, and I'm wondering why in hell my mic was on mute. I said, ain't that like the fourth answer tonight has been Tom Hanks? It seemed
Yeah.
like, or I got not, you know what I mean? A question about Tom Hanks movie.
it's funny though. Some nights it is just some people's night. You know, they start.
Yeah.
All right, Hillbilly. Here's your history question. What Roman emperor forbade citizens from laughing or bathing after one of his sister wives died?
Caligula.
That is correct. Here is science and nature. What three fingers are raised to indicate the number 3 in American Sign Language?
What three? The thumb, the forefinger, and the middle finger.
The thumb, the index, and the middle finger.
Yeah.
All right. Here is sports and leisure. What sport did Herb Fillion top with a record of 14,084 wins?
Say that one more time.
What sport did Herb Fillion top with a record of 14,084 wins?
Wow. What sport can you play to win 14,000 times? I mean, you got to think there's only 300 days in a year.
Yeah.
Huh. I want to say it's something like an obscure sport.
It is an obscure sport.
Hmm. What sort of 50-50s or what do I have?
You have one pass and two 50-50s.
What sport would Herb Fillion have 14,000 wins in? What sport?
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, but I don't think 50-50 is going to help you.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. You might have it narrowed down to 2, you think. But
I'm gonna pass it to Mr. Ford.
Mr. Ford,
Can I use a 50-50 on this one?
technically you could.
You know what? I'm going to use a 50. No, what? I'm not. I am going to say bowling.
It is not bowling. What was your other?
You know,
Pool.
You would have been wrong on both.
Yeah.
I was going to say maybe horse racing or something like that.
Joey, you were close. It was harness racing. Yeah.
Harness race.
Yeah. All right, Hillbilly, you got that point. Now we're up to wild card. What soft drink got its name from a card game?
What soft drink got its name from a card game? Man, that's soft drink. Trying to think. What soft drink? Like a soda?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to tell me.
Oh, wish I got this one.
What soft drink? Hmm. Read it to me one more time, Jeff, just so I can.
What soft drink got its name from a card game?
From a card game. 7-Up?
Yep.
It is 7-Up.
That's
You
all
got
I can
3
think.
right. You passed one, and they got it wrong. So you got 4 out of 6 on that one there.
All right.
All right, Tim. You got Genesis 3, 4, and 5 to choose from. Which one would you like?
Let's do 3.
All right, here we go.
What years? What years is 3, Joey? I mean, Jeff.
This is 1994.
Okay.
All right, people and places. What pop star did Elizabeth Taylor call the least weird man I've ever met in 1993?
Michael Jackson.
That was Michael Jackson. All right, here's your arts and entertainment. What feathered movie role was Danny DeVito being considered for 18 months before he was ever contacted about it?
In 1994.
Well,
Oh,
this
no.
was, yeah, this was made in 94, so the question can be before that.
So what feathered role?
Yeah, what feathered movie role was Danny DeVito being considered for 18 months before he was ever contacted about it?
Well, that's weird.
It's not.
Um,
You're gonna hate yourself.
I know.
I think Burgess Meredith, if I'm thinking correctly here, did a better portrayal, or was my favorite portrayal of the character.
Because I know the Batman movie. He was all dirty and stuff. I'll go with. Well, you guys gotta give me hints because I was. That sounds right. I think it's the Penguin.
Yep.
It was the Penguin.
I don't know, man. When I think of the Penguin, you know, the old Batman series.
I used to love that.
Oh yeah.
That's how I
Bang.
think
Yeah,
of
great
Batman.
show.
You know, my dad. Funny story. My dad took Adam West to a baseball game. The man knew nothing about baseball, and so my dad's there with Batman teaching him baseball at a baseball game. Pretty
Oh
crazy.
wow. That would have been awesome.
Did he get a picture or anything?
I have no idea.
Man, that'd be neat, man. That'd be-
All right.
Wow. Your dad.
Knowing my dad, no, because this is when he was in banking, and he's not gonna do selfies.
Wow. He,
Right.
he got to hang out with the mayor of Quahog.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, Tim. Here's one of the easier history questions you'll get. Whose brother Raul did the CIA bungle a plot to assassinate in 1960?
Don't pass that one to Tony.
Yeah, say it one more time. I think I have the answer, but I'm stalling for my
Tony's
answer.
gone.
Whose brother Raul did the CIA bungle a plot to assassinate in 1960?
So they bungled a lot of plots. I'll go with Fidel Castro.
That was
Yep.
Castro.
He's the only one with a brother named Raul, though.
Yep, Raul. Science and nature. What did Keith Haraway of Essex, England, blow 169 of with just one puff in 1974?
One more time.
What did Keith Haraway of Essex, England, blow 169 of with just one puff in 1974?
Cigarettes.
Cigarette what, though?
Huh?
More
Cigarettes-
specific.
Cigarettes is not the answer.
No. What did he blow 169 of with just one puff?
I have no more. No more.
If you
Give
puffed
away
on a
weapons.
cigarette and you were going to blow 169 of, what would they be?
A breathalyzer?
Should I
you
light one
puff-
up and blow it? Should I
you
light
blow
one
it
up and blow
100
one?
You puff up. Wait, sorry, I'm so sorry. Read the question one more time.
What did Keith Haraway of Essex, England, blow 169 of with just one puff in 1974?
Oh, then
It's not working. I got a
think the other
fan
way
going.
around, not inhaling. So I'm gonna go with birthday candles.
No.
No.
I
Smoke rings.
I got a fan on and it wouldn't work. I was trying to give you a hint. I was
Oh.
trying to blow one. A
Smoke
smoke
rings?
ring.
Oh man.
Yeah, the smoke rings. All right.
Joey, I'm gonna pray for you to quit them old things.
I was gonna say sailors.
After what you told me about the scare you had, I'm gonna pray for you to quit them old things.
You're going to what?
Well, after you told me about that scare you had,
Uh-huh.
I just wish you'd quit them things, man. After that cancer scare and stuff.
Yeah, I know. But I've smoked for 48 years. Anytime soon.
All right. Tim, here's your sports and leisure. What former Cincinnati Red was on a 1989 Time cover headlined, "You Bet Your Life"?
Oh, come on.
It's that easy, huh, Mike?
Yeah.
Hold on. So repeat it one more time for the slow guy over here.
For the hearing impaired, what
Yeah,
former Cincinnati Red was on a 1989 Time cover headline, "You Bet Your Life"?
Red, you bet your life. Cincinnati
Tim,
Red.
I'm going to get on a plane to California and kick you right in the ass. If you
What
don't
was the
think
year
of this
again?
in about 3 seconds.
89.
He's really overthinking this one.
Yes.
89?
Yeah, what former Cincinnati Red was on a 1989 Time cover headline, "You Bet Your Life"?
God damn it.
You bet your life.
I'm blanking out, you guys. Hold on a minute.
Who's some of the
89.
famous Cincinnati Reds you know?
Well, in 1989?
Well, this was a former Cincinnati Red.
Okay, well, I mean, so then the most famous one would be Johnny Bench.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, man.
You bet your life.
All-time leading hit leader, and you missed him?
Oh my God, bet. Well, I can't take it. It's Charlie Hustle. It's Pete Rose. Well, I'm not taking it because you guys gave me every fucking hint in the world.
Well, you bet. You bet.
Yeah, sorry. Hey, it's late, you guys. My brain.
It is, man. It is.
Oh
I'm
Jesus.
suffering from that right now. Too tired to think a little bit.
And see, he couldn't pass it because literally everybody knew this one.
Well,
Can't believe. Yeah.
and you know what? It is true, though. Some of the easiest questions are the hardest.
It is. It is true.
We got a fool alert.
All right.
I got screwed up because I was thinking like 80s Mets. I mean, 80s Reds.
Right. He wasn't thinking of the Charlie Hustle, the
Yeah.
Tony Perez, the Big Red Machine, and
Big Red Machine.
yeah.
The Dave Concepcions of the. See, I can name all the ones that are obscure. I can't do all the ones that are. Anyway.
All right, Tim. Here's your wild card. What necessary powder did James Bray add to the script of his 1904 play Peter Pan to stop kids from attempting to fly?
What powder?
What necessary powder did James Barrie add to the script of his 1904 play Peter Pan to stop kids from attempting to fly?
Pixie dust?
It is. So you got Michael Jackson, you got Penguin, you got Castro, and you got Dust. So you went 4 out of 6 again.
And it only
So
took
while
like
he
an hour and a
totals
half.
up, while he totals up the score to see where we're at, let me tell everybody that our show tonight is brought to you by a phone case, because that's what the winner is going to get tonight's a phone case. And you can choose any phone case that you like, as long as it's a Samsung Galaxy or an iPhone case. Or you can also always donate your prize back, and we'll pick a bigger prize next week from our store of all the content creators that are in the network, which is Voice of College Football, and he's got 22 channels. Exploring with Ben and Sam, Pigskin Pete, Traveling Fools, Eat 'em Dogs, Twisted Rooster, My Copy. It's hard to get a phone case from My Copy, but and then Tie Guy. So you can also get you a Tie Guy phone case if you want it. Anyway,
All right, we got
Now
Mike
back
to
to you.
finish out. We got Mike to finish out this round. Mike, you want Genesis 3, 4, or All American?
Well, let's go for the kicking nuts and say All American.
All American. I knew where you were going when you said kicking nuts. I know you don't like this one.
Not really.
Who writes the Family Circus cartoon? And you do still have 2 passes and 2 50-50s.
Oh man.
so I let Traveling Fools in, and there's somebody in the back room called Stranger. I don't know who Stranger is.
Is
So he lives up to the name.
that D4?
Oh, Jesus. Well, okay, we're keeping him out.
I didn't see him back.
I'll pass this one to Jackson. I think Family Circus is behind his time.
Jackson, who writes the Family Circus cartoon?
Bill and Jeff Kane.
Bill who?
Bill and Jeff Kane.
That is correct.
Damn.
Jackson got a point, and Mike is going to lose one. All right, Mike. here's
Remember
your-
some of those songs on the news?
Yeah, I keep breaking up. Next
You
question.
broke up on that one bad.
Man, I could not think of it.
Entertainment. What's the only song to top the Billboard charts that was co-written by a U.S. vice president?
Oh dear God.
Well, you do have another
It'd have to be
pass.
Dan Quayle. Must be some hip
I'll
hop from Dan
I'll,
Quayle.
I'll pass this one too. I'll give this one to Matt.
Matt, do you know what's the only song to top the Billboard charts that was co-written by a U.S. president?
Shit. Calvin Coolidge.
Do you know the song?
What?
What's the only song?
I don't know the song. No, I don't know.
It was "It's All in the Game."
Holy crap.
We play for keeps here, Tim.
God, I'm no kidding.
Duh.
I thought you were joking there.
Duh.
Tim, this is real life stuff right here.
That's right.
This is a real thinking folk show.
All right, Mike, here's your history question. What administration did the U.S. start in 1958 after the Soviets launched Sputnik?
NASA.
That was NASA. Here is your
Are you
place.
smarter? Are you smarter than a first grader?
I hope so.
Here's your place question. What European country critics hailed the Monkees' 1968 movie Head as a great work of art?
I'll say Great Britain.
That would have been France.
Ah, man.
All right, here's your sports and leisure. What NHL player has played in 4 decades?
I know this one.
And you do have 2.
You got a choice.
You got 3 choices.
Yeah, and you got a 50.
It's always 3. It's always a 3.
And of the 3, one of them played absolutely the longest.
I'm going to take a 50-50 on this one.
All right.
First one will be Gordie Howe.
You shouldn't have used the second one, but
Fuck! Well, the thing is, it throws me off because it seems like Hull is the answer for every fucking hockey question. But I was like, I thought it was Gordie Howe. I thought it was Gordie Howe, but it's like Hull has been the answer for like 50,000 hockey questions here, so I hedged my bet.
Now, which hole are you going with there?
Shut
There you
up.
go. Man, man, son.
Next question.
All right, here's your wild card. What word was coined in 1960 to describe corruption in the recording industry?
What?
What word was coined in 1960 to describe corruption in the recording industry?
Corruption in the record. What the fuck? Pass.
It was payola.
What the?
It was a contradiction of pay and Victrola. They called it payola.
Okay. God,
All
this
right.
card is hell.
Yeah, who the hell would have known that?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
you.
No, not
Brandon probably knew it.
Mike, you got 3 right. You passed one and they got it wrong, so that gives you 4. And then you passed one and they got it right, so you lost 1. So you got 3 that round.
I got 3? Oh, okay.
You got 3.
And I burned up every freaking thing I got almost.
Well, you got one more 50-50.
That card just kicked my ass.
All right, Joey, you're down to Genesis 4 or Genesis 5. Which one of these you want to go out on?
4, I guess.
Genesis 4. Here we go. People and places. What country boasts the city of Jixi, Kashi, and Sashi?
Tell
You
me
have
again.
50-50s. What country boasts the cities Jixi, Kashi, and Sashi?
Yeah, I've got a pass, you say?
No, you got 2 50-50s.
Shit, I don't have a clue. I wouldn't be able to narrow it down. Cities, what city? I'll say, okay, I'll use 50-50. Say San Francisco or Atlanta.
No. What country?
Oh, I thought you said what city?
No, what country boasts the cities of Jixi, Kashi, and Sashi?
Germany.
It was China.
Yeah, okay. I had no
All
idea.
right. Here's
I was
your-
gonna guess the Philippines, but
I was going to guess India.
Don't get this one wrong, Joey. What BBC show did Lorne Michaels screen for NBC executives when he pitched Saturday Night Live?
I never liked Saturday Night Live.
Oh, you never heard about this then, huh?
No, I mean, I know Lorne Michaels. I know who you're talking about,
Yeah.
but I don't.
But what BBC show would he screen for the NBC executives when he pitched Saturday Night Live?
Yeah. I don't have a clue. I just don't have a clue.
It is deceased.
Tell them what it is, Traveling Fools, your favorite show.
I mean, Monty Python, like
It is the Monty
Flying
Python.
Damn.
Flying Circus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't certain about that at all, but that's the only
I
thing that
did
came to
that.
mind.
Yeah, I knew that, man. I love that skit, about the dead parrot. It is ceased to be. It is no longer among the living.
I love the Yorkshire Man is great too. Luxury.
All right, Joey, you used to collect coins, so you're going to know this one. What's the smallest denomination of coin ever minted in the U.S.?
They used to produce a half cent, so I'm gonna say half cent.
I'll give it to you. It was the half penny. Science and nature. What word means 1/2 of the world's surface?
What word means 1/2 of the world's surface?
Yep.
And a 429's piston. Well, actually, it's a 426 piston. 426.
A cylinder, I guess. Then
Oh, it's
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. For some reason, I can't hear. For some reason, and
Okay,
I think
let
I'm
me say it again.
getting.
What's the world? What word means 1/2 of the world's surface?
I like your hint. I like your hint you were giving a minute ago with the
Yeah.
like
The hemisphere. The hemisphere.
Hemisphere.
Got a hemi.
Got it.
God, my brain's not working.
That thing got a hemi.
Yeah, my brain's not working, guys. And for
hemisphere.
some reason, I'm having a hard time hearing. So
Yeah,
I'm
there is
sorry.
there is an echo coming from somewhere.
I don't know where the echo's coming from, though. Because I don't see anybody highlighted when we talk.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be me. I'm just getting a bad feedback.
All right, let's try this one. Here's your
I
sports.
think it's Mike, though. I think it's Mike.
Think it's Mike?
You can hear his microwave going off.
Okay, how about now?
Okay, let's try that
Oh
now.
my god.
Ah,
It was. It
it's
wasn't.
gone now.
All right, sports and leisure. Who was the only baseball player to play over 500 games at each of 5 different positions?
You know, I'm wanting to say this, but we just had this for an answer, and I don't know if it'd be right.
I think you're on to the right answer, Joey.
Am I on the right one, Pete Rose?
I'm
That's who I'm
that.
thinking,
That's what I
but
was thinking.
It was Pete Rose. He played 2
Okay.
outfield, he played third, he played first, and he played short.
The guy who can't remember his name remembers that at least. He played a bunch of
yeah.
He played 500 games in each of those.
At least 500 games at each of those positions.
Wow, man.
All
He
right.
played like 63 years, I think.
And Tim, I don't know if you've ever heard this or not, but in 1989, he was on the cover called "I Bet Your Life."
Was he on the cover with Fanny?
Yeah, with Fanny.
Randy Bryce.
Fanny
And
Bryce.
I told y'all before about the time my dad got flipped off by Pete Rose.
I've heard the story. They
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah, I
was
heard
pretty
that
funny.
story. That was a
Yeah.
good story. All right, Joey, are you ready for your wild card?
Go for it.
What British mystery writer was trained to be an eye doctor?
I'm just going to guess and say Doyle.
It was Doyle. Okay,
It wasn't Agatha Christie or.
hemisphere. You got 4 right.
I feel like I got 2 right, to be honest with you.
All right, Jackson, are you ready?
All set.
All right. Do you want Genesis 3 or 4?
Genesis 4.
All right, here we go. What large smoggy city is built on the site of the Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan?
Tenochtitlan?
You, bro, I can't hear you.
What was the question?
What large smoggy city is built on the site of the Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan?
Oh man.
You've never been there, have you, Tide Guy?
Never.
And I'm wondering, because he's having trouble pronouncing it too, so I'm trying to figure out, is he from there?
No. No, man. I don't even know.
Jackson,
What's
where
the
do I live?
smallest city where the Aztecs would have
We
been
live
from?
in Mexico. I know that.
What part of
Okay.
Mexico?
Name a city in Mexico.
That sounds a lot like Mexico.
Yeah.
Can't be
It was Mexico City, Jackson.
what you say?
It's Mexico City.
Mexico City. Guys,
Okay.
can't be Tijuana, man.
Here's your arts and entertainment. What play is most often assigned in U.S. high school English classes?
What play?
Yep.
Ah, crap. I'm all out of pass, aren't I?
Yeah, but you do have 150-50.
Oh, 150.
I tell you what, we'll break the rules. Let you pass that to me if you want to.
All right.
Yeah, you can pass it this way.
Friends, Romans,
Um,
country, lend me your ears.
Shakespeare?
But which one of them?
Romeo and Juliet?
There you go.
Oh, I got lucky.
Not Julius Caesar?
I guess we're
No.
going to count that.
Okay, here's your history question. What duo survived a 1909 shootout with Bolivia's cavalry, according to historians?
And the movie.
And the movie. Exactly.
What was the song?
Like the
Oh,
historians, the movie was right.
Oh shit! What was the song? While he's riding a bicycle.
Raindrops
Drops keep falling on my head. That doesn't mean.
Oh, man. Is that from
What a
Butch
great movie!
Sunday? Ed?
That was Butch Cassidy.
You gave it away. Thank you, TF. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
hey, at least you got the reference. So.
That's right.
I love that movie. That is so awesome.
I mean, I have to say, Paul Newman, who I actually got to meet one time, and was a really cool guy.
Oh, so
he it's like, well, that's got to be one of the best actors ever. I mean, he was just amazing.
And he
Did
makes
you-
one hell of a blue
All
cheese
for you?
salad dressing.
Yeah. And did you know all that money goes to charity?
Yeah.
yeah.
Except he used to make good. Remember the steak sauce? It was great. But remember his daughter took over the company, and she's a vegan, so she did away with the Chase steak sauce. I was like, damn it.
You know what he should have produced? He should have made baseball bats.
Yeah.
I would have bought one of his baseball bats.
Hey, while it's dawning on me, can everybody that's in here make sure you give the video a thumbs up on YouTube there real quick, because everybody noticed that sometimes we've got more people in the panel than we have thumbs up, and that makes no sense. So
Yeah.
Well, they always wait to find out how they do. If they don't,
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah, if I lose, I ain't giving you no damn thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm giving
Very good.
I'm giving it a thumbs down.
we give them a finger.
even better. That's even better.
I always get a finger, but it's hardly ever the thumb.
If you'll go back and look at some of the old Golden Voodoo videos, you'll see like 150 thumbs up and one thumbs down. That thumbs down was me, because I would just thumbs down it because it helps the algorithms, believe it or not.
Yep. All right, Jackson, here is your science and nature.
All right.
What optical device reads the bit patterns on the surface of a computer disk?
I was saying a hard drive.
Nope, it was a laser.
Laser.
Okay, here's your sports and leisure.
All right.
Which Montreal Canadiens are the only brothers in pro sports to have their numbers retired?
Oh. Oh man.
That's it.
You need to get out of West Virginia, Jackson. What the hell are you doing up here?
Yeah, he's got your internet tonight.
Sorry, dude. Oh man. And you said these are retired jerseys for Montreal Canadiens?
Yeah, which Montreal Canadiens are the only brothers in pro sports to have their numbers retired?
Deaton? Henrik and Daniel Seaton.
Nope, it was Maurice and Henry Richard.
Oh,
All right, here's your wild card.
I believe that's Richard.
Richard, yeah. They're French.
Man, it's Richard down here. Get out of here.
Right down here. Not French Canadian shit down here. It's like out here.
Hey,
why,
hey.
why does that remind me of that British show where that lady always calls herself Bouquet, but really her name?
Keeping up appearances, yeah. That's
Keeping Up, I love that show, man. Keeping Up appearances.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
my wife always go. My wife always likes to go shopping at Target.
Target.
Yeah, my dad loved that.
I'd like to point out we had a hockey question, and the answer wasn't Wayne Gretzky.
That's right. Or wow.
And I got it right.
Yeah, it wasn't Bobby Orr either. So
Or. Okay, Jackson, here's your final question, wild card. What name for a fictional orphan means white skin in parts of Africa?
Dog. And I have like 150-50, right?
Yep, you can do a 50-50.
it's not George of the Jungle.
Tarzan?
It is Tarzan.
Oh, I got lucky.
You got 3 right on that one, Jackson.
Thank you.
who was it that played the original Tarzan, the swimmer guy? Was it Dave?
Oh,
All I can think of
Was it Weissmiller or something?
Yeah, Johnny Weissmuller.
All right, now we are up to Matt.
Hey, can I point out that with the cancel culture going on, I think us white people need to stand up and say they need to change the name of Tarzan. It means white
At
skin.
this point, I want to
I'm taking that as race.
I want to
What are we
remind
gonna call
everyone
him,
that I am
Cracker?
having an open house on Saturday for my real estate career.
Yes.
Just want to let everyone know.
Hey, are there any good bridges for sale up there in New York City?
I'm up at the Washington, the Palouse. Actually, we just do like small.
Oh,
houses.
okay. I thought you were in New York real estate. Okay.
New York City.
New York City.
Yeah.
Nah, that's where he gets his hot sauce from.
I'm currently going to school for my real estate license as well.
Hey, Joey, let's start
Yeah,
a
exactly. You gotta be careful there. Hey, Brandon, you gotta be careful with these chats, man.
Hey, Joey, let's start a minor league baseball team, man. We'll call ourselves the Appalachian Tarzans.
Appalachian Tarzan, yeah.
You're like swinging off rope swings into the lake. The tire tied to the bottom of it.
All right, Matt, would you like Genesis 5 or All American?
I'll do 5 since apparently All American is a pain in the ass.
No, it's the easiest one.
Well, no, it depends. Do you know America? As long as you know America, it ain't that hard.
Yeah, right.
You know all these commies in the panel. You'll know America.
That's right. Okay, here's your people and places. What southern state gained 19 seats in the U.S. House between 1910 and 1998?
I'm gonna guess Louisiana.
It was Florida.
What do I have left? Just one 50-50, right?
You have two 50-50s.
No, I used one earlier.
Oh, that's right. You did. I'm sorry.
Hey, at the risk of annoying everybody and asking, explain the options that people have.
What we do is we've been doing 3-round contests. I got Genesis 3, 4, 5, and then All Americans. So they get to pick which card they want asked. Now, everybody starts the game. They have 2 passes where if they pass to somebody and that person gets it wrong, then they get a point. But if the person gets it right, that person not only gets the point, but the person who passes it loses another point.
Okay.
And then in honor of Mike Fort, because he always comes down to 50-50, I give 2, you can give 2 answers. And if you get the question right in the 2 answers, you get.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yep. All right, Matt, here's your arts and entertainment. What painting was downsized by 17th century workers who cut away Christ's legs and feet to widen the door?
I don't know.
I'll just throw again. What painting was downsized by 17th century workers who cut away Christ's legs and feet to widen the door? So, what painting would have been cut?
I don't know because the first thing that pops in my head is the Mona Lisa, and I know that's not right. Because that
Yeah,
doesn't.
Christ
It
was
has
not.
nothing to do
Christ
with
was
it.
not.
Yeah, Christ was not in the Mona Lisa.
No.
I do not. I do not know paintings.
Hail Mona Lisa.
The Lord is with you.
No, I have no idea.
Well, what famous picture of him do you know when he's with the apostles and they're
Oh, the Last Supper. Oh my gosh.
there? You go, the Last Supper. All right, here's your history question.
And don't some people say the Last Supper has a UFO painted in it too? Is that
UFO.
the last? Is that the
was
Last
Traveling
Supper? Or is
Fools.
that I'm
That was
thinking
Traveling
another
Fools
painting?
that said that.
That was a different picture.
Bigfoot's in the background too.
Yeah, Bigfoot's in the background with the Loch Ness monster.
Right. Our
All right.
underwater Nessie, our underwater ally.
Well, when the Mona Lisa comes around, or when the Last Supper comes around for viewing here in West Virginia, it's always the Mothman in the background.
There you go.
The what, Joey?
The Mothman.
The Mothman.
What's the Mothman?
You don't know.
You
what
don't know about
You don't know what
the
the Mothman is?
Good lord.
We wear sweaters on the beach out here. How are we going
You
to
live under a rock in California or something?
Hey, Washington, easy.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Washington.
Up here in Palouse, we don't hear a lot about that.
Yeah, those hoity-toity real estate agents in Washington, they don't know what's going on.
They're busy fighting off the Sasquatch up there, man.
That's right. All right, Matt, here's your history question. What president's daughters were assigned the Secret Service code names Velvet and Venus?
I think I know this.
And remember, this card was made in 2000, so it had to be a president prior to 2000.
I'm gonna guess Reagan.
Further back, I think.
It was further back. Who do you think it was traveling?
The
I
Nixon?
think it was Johnson, I think.
Yeah,
You were right. It was LBJ.
Right.
Okay. Here we go, Matt. Your science and nature. What evolutionary missing link existing bones disappeared, never to be seen again around the time of the attack on Pearl Harbor?
I know this one. That's the Mothman.
Look up the Mothman, dude. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, look, watch the movie, The Mothman Prophecy. It's Richard Gere. You know,
That is
it's
a
great
good
movie.
I was literally did that as you said that.
Can you read that one more time? Since Tim threw me off with the Mothman.
All right. Here we go. What evolutionary missing links existing bones disappeared, never to be seen again around the time of the attack on Pearl Harbor?
Missing boats.
Missing bones.
Bones. Oh God. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say your wrist bone.
No, what evolutionary missing link? So not like a hominid or does
Damn it,
anybody know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Cro-Magnon. I don't know.
No, I have no idea.
Was it,
It was
Peltdown Man?
it was Peking Man.
Peking Man.
Florida man.
Florida man. Ain't no missing link here, man. You can find me anytime you want to.
All right, here's your wild card. What Colgate spokes character was featured on the Howdy Doody show?
Oh my god, I used to watch Howdy Doody. Shit.
I started How to Do This YouTube channel.
I thought you were Howdy Doody.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn it, I don't know either. I don't even have a good guess.
It was Mr. Tooth Decay.
Jesus Christ.
That
was
right.
Ofer.
You got Oprah on that one. All right, Hillbilly, you have Genesis 5 or All American to choose from. Which one would you like?
Let's do Genesis 5.
All right, here we go with Genesis 5. People and places. What South American nation's highest point is Mount Huascarán at 22,205 feet?
What South American country?
Nation's highest point.
Mount
Huascarán at 22,205 feet.
I want to say something like Peru or Chile. Can I do
it? 50-50 if you need it.
Can I do the 50-50 there?
All right.
And I want to go with like Peru or Chile.
Peru is correct. Arts and entertainment. What Dostoevsky novel ended? That might be the subject of a new story, but our present story is ended.
What? Who?
Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard name to say.
The Russian guy.
The damn Russian.
War and Peace.
That's Tolstoy.
That was Tolstoy.
Yep.
Crime and Punishment.
Crime and Punishment. Have you ever read that?
Nobody's ever read that. It's like a 3,000-page book.
I've read that. I had to read that in 11th grade.
Oh, I feel bad for you.
It was actually a good book. I mean,
All right, here's your history question. What widow assumed congressional duties in addition to raising Cheshire and Chiana in 1998?
One more time.
What widow assumed congressional duties in addition to raising Cheshire and Chiana in 1998?
What widow? Man, I have no idea. No idea. I'd pass
Her,
it.
her husband just ran into a tree.
Yeah, I still wouldn't know.
This is why I don't go downhill skiing, because you run into a tree.
Who was Cher?
It was Mary Bono.
they
All
say
right.
we're young and we don't know.
All right, here's your science and nature. What company pioneered the development of Ethernet, the graphical user interface of the mouse at its famed Palo Alto Research Center?
That'd be Apple.
It was Xerox.
Xerox. Yeah.
All right, here's
Patino. Right.
Here's your sports and leisure. What 20-year-old golfer was once the youngest person in Ohio with a license to sell insurance?
20-year-old. 20-year-old golfer with a license to sell insurance. Come on, man.
In Ohio.
Yeah, that's supposed to help. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know who to say.
I could use a 50-50 on this one because it's going to be between two. I know the two.
Well, go ahead and I'll pass to Joey, even though it can't. I'll go
Well,
ahead.
I mean, I would just say it's either going to be Jack Nicklaus or Arnold Palmer, and I would say Jack Nicklaus probably first.
That's who it was. It was Nicholas. All right, here's your wild card. Who entered the world with the most unfortunate name? River Jude Bottom. You can tell his parents loved him.
Who?
Who entered the world with the most unfortunate name? River Jude Bottom.
This one's pretty easy, really.
Yeah, this one's easy.
River Jude. Whatever, man. Come on, River Jude Bottom.
Yeah, who would have started their life River Jude Bottom?
And he's got a brother too.
And he doesn't like vipers.
Right. He's got a brother. Name one person you've ever met or you've ever heard of named River.
Well, I know River Phoenix.
There you go, River Phoenix.
Oh man, come on. Really, his name was River June Bottom.
River Jude Bottom.
Oh, that was like his last name was still Phoenix, though, right?
No, he changed his name to Phoenix. He started the world. River Jude Bottom was his actual name.
So Joaquin Phoenix then, like did he have a messed up name like it too?
I don't know what his name was to start, but yeah, he had a messed up name too.
No, his dad's name was actually Bottom, was his last name.
Okay.
I want to say I think the mom's name was Phoenix, but the dad's name was actually Bottom because he's got like every one of the kids. He's got like sisters, and shit. Like one's named like Rain, or I think it's Rain.
Yeah, they all had weird.
Yeah,
names.
they're all screwed up.
Yeah. All right, Mike, you have Genesis 3 and 4 to choose from. Which one would you like?
I'll go 4.
All right, you still have 150-50.
All right.
People and places. What U.S.
I mean, Hillbilly get right.
Oh, Hillbilly got 2 right on that one.
Hey guys, good night, Jackson. I'm going to go ahead and bow out too.
All right, Hillbilly. All right, Jackson. Thank you for coming, guys.
See you, Jackson. Later, Hillbilly.
Yep.
All right, Mike. People and places. What U.S. state citizens are least likely to be cremated?
Speaking of crazy names, I have a cousin and she was like all, whacked out and drugged out and all that jazz in the 90s, and she used to go to those like rainbow gatherings, and like do all that kind of stuff. But her first child, which thank God she ended up changing the name, but originally she named it Envy Kitten.
Wow.
The whole family's like, you cannot name your child. This is like an Irish Catholic family, like her grandmother was like you're freaking out, She's like Envy Kitten. It's like you can't. First off, you can't name like your child after a one of like 7 deadly sins. And the fact that their last name is Kitten is like
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Tiger Cat's in here. She sent you a text message.
I read it and texted her back.
And Mr. Doug, or what's happening, brother?
Yo, Bubs.
You'll appreciate this, Traveling Fools. Friend that I went to school with. I mean, he grew up. He was nothing but a hunter, a fisherman, trapper. I mean, he was all around, So his second child was a son. And so he had to name him Hunter. And I come back to the States, and I was up at my hometown, and I ran into my buddy, and his son come over, and they were sitting there talking, and his son is now married, and he's a vegan. So I said, well, from now on, I'm calling you Gatherer. You're not a hunter. So now
That's
everybody
funny.
nicknames calls him Gatherer. 'Cause it's like,
That's funny.
as a vegan, you can't be a hunter, right?
Oh shit, that's good.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, repeat the question.
What U.S. state citizens are least likely to be cremated?
I'll hold off on the 50-50. Well, all the religion
No.
talk makes me want to say Utah.
No.
Guys, I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, Joey.
See you
Hey,
later.
Joey.
Hey, Joey.
All right, had you used a 50-50, what was your other state going to be?
Alaska.
Hawaii.
No. It would be Mississippi.
Huh. I figured maybe Utah. Maybe that's like anti-Mormon to get.
I wonder why Mississippi.
Mississippi, yeah.
That's interesting.
Because they
Well,
ain't
I would have guessed
Yeah.
Hawaii too, Tim, just because it's out there, it's different,
I figured
Right.
Hawaii would probably be the most likely to.
Yeah,
cremate.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
possibly.
I thought that too.
You can like
because
scatter your ashes in the Pacific and shit.
right, but at the same time, it was like, what's so different about Mississippi? Like
Mississippi has a rule that if there's a fire, they're going to put barbecue on it. They're not going to put a dead guy on. They're not going to waste a good fire by putting a dead guy.
But get a lot
Yeah.
of rain. It's like Louisiana. The caskets will come popping back out of the ground. They get so.
yeah, but it said
Yeah.
it said least likely. Oh yeah, least likely to get cremated, and that's what's weird. Like you would think
least
somebody
likely.
living at a sea level like that. I don't know.
I can already-
Interesting.
I can already tell this is going to be a
Yeah,
ass
good luck.
kicking card.
Good luck, Mike.
Well,
Yeah,
and
no
think
shit.
about this, traveling fools. You would
What's up,
think
fellas?
Mississippi would be a little higher
Hey, Duggar.
because Mississippi is a poorer state. And so
Right, I mean,
the lot,
Mississippi's burning.
Mississippi,
Yeah, it's a lot.
go.
It's a lot
Oh,
cheaper
Lord.
to cremate than it is to bury.
yeah, so you'd figure a state like. All right. Arts and entertainment, Mike. What Broadway show went through 2,488 pounds of yak hair between 1982 and 1995?
I'll say Cats.
That was Cats.
Hey.
Good job.
I feel bad because you're asking a straight guy a question about plays and stuff.
Well, and if it would have been later, it could have been what hair? What is it? Hairspray or what? What's the?
Hair is the one where they're all naked, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't want to say if a bunch of people are running around naked and it's called hair, I don't want to watch it.
I like I said, I don't know much about plays, but
All right, here's your history question. What was the world's principal Christian city before it fell to the Ottoman Turks in 1453?
it's got to be Jerusalem.
Constantinople.
Yeah,
Here you
Constantinople.
go.
Oh,
Take me back to Constantinople.
damn!
You gotta do the little dance.
It's the other city over there. It's always in a war.
Mike,
Captain
you-
Duggar.
Hey Tim, I found this. Not to interrupt, but man, I found this YouTube channel that you would absolutely love, dude. It's called Crusades History.
I thought there was a joke coming.
No. I've been addicted to it, dude. And the guy goes live and stuff too, and like answers
Yeah.
questions. I mean, it is. I'll send you the link to it. It's.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do that. I'll do it right now. It'll come into your Twitter, but it's fascinating, dude.
Oh yeah, I love that stuff.
Tim,
All
how
right.
you doing, man? How you doing, Todd?
Hey, doing good, Mr. Duggar. How are
Ahoy,
you?
Captain Duggar. Do I have my spot on the vessel?
No, man. I'm just here. You always got your own vessel, man. I'm gonna make you a skipper on one.
Okay.
You'll be able to
What's
tell
up,
him what to
Bubs?
do. As he gets there, here's a star commander here. What's up, fools? Dude, I'm sitting here, being a Doug, sniffing there and being a handsome Batman. That's about all I got going. No?
Hey, well, at least you got that.
Heck yeah. All right, Mike, here is your science in nature. What constellation points to the south celestial pole?
50-50.
All right.
The two dippers.
You want to go with another?
The two dip.
We're gonna need some proper nomenclature, please.
Big Dipper and Little Dipper.
It would be the Southern Cross.
Damn. Well, there goes that. And I'm out of helps.
Why is there a song to every one of these? Got out of town on the boat for the Southern Island. I love that song.
Now, Traveling Fools, the other day we were doing this, and there were 7 very intelligent people on this panel, okay? And the question was, let me think who it was again, Magellan. When Magellan traveled and he went down past the equator, this celestial body disappeared and it freaked the sailors out because of navigation. Do you know what the celestial body was?
The moon?
The North
Mister, the only one who's got it right, because everybody, they have no clue. It's the North Star. When you go
The North
past
Star, okay.
you lose the North Star. And I thought it was self-explanatory, but most people had no idea.
Now, that's got to be fake news, man. There's no way you can lose something on a flat earth.
Hey, I got it right, so it's right. It's wrong, right? Is that what you're saying? Just because I got it right? No, sorry.
No, man. I mean,
It's gotta be saying, hey, TF, it's gotta be something with that Fauci nonsense.
You dang globetards.
Oh, Fauci just kicked back drinking a Bud Light tonight. You know how it is.
Careful. We don't want the stream taken down. Careful.
Yeah, trust me. I've been dealing with enough of that.
I can't believe that happened.
The show tonight will be sponsored by Bud Light.
Tim, it'll all be back and taken care of. But I'm not deleting that video. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, maybe you can get Bud Light to sponsor. They kind of need the publicity right now.
I know. I mean, fuck that, dude.
Y'all push
Fuck
the
that.
envelope. Y'all have said it.
No,
It's like
Mr.
saying
Duggar.
Mustafa.
Mr. Duggar, YouTube went and demonetized my channel because I got a damn video that's gone viral and they're mad at me.
Them
Gotta love
bastards.
Yeah, and I'm not. It's gaining me like 50 subs a day. So I'm like, they gave me like 30 days to basically sit in a corner and think about it, and I'm like, I'm not deleting it till 29 days. I'll take those fucking
29 days, 20.
I just got part of part of the class action suit against Facebook and YouTube.
I was going to get in there, but they
totally banished one of my channels.
Yeah, fuck.
Well, that's how I ended up with Mr. Duggar Fishing. They nuked my last channel. I mean, totally gone, though, everything. But, so that was a lot of work for, I don't even have a copy of any of them now.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I had over $1,000, my first channel. Now I don't got squat. I got about almost 600, but they're loyal subjects and they will be spared.
All right, Mike, are you ready?
Sure.
Here's sports and leisure. What football commentator inked a 4-year deal with Fox for a reported $32 million?
What year?
This was in 1997.
97. I think Madden was at Fox at that time, so I'll say Madden.
That was Madden. Here is your wild card. How many record-setting months apart are the birthdays for twins Timothy and Celeste Keys?
I love funny names like that. You name your kid Celeste Ease. That's awesome.
How many months? I mean, like, I assume
Were they
like
born apart?
Well, I guess I don't know. I guess technically 11. I'm guessing one of them was born like at the tail end of December, and the other one was born at the beginning of January, or so it makes them 11 months apart, I guess.
Well, they were twins.
Yeah, but like one of them was probably born like 11/59 on the 30th or something.
Now, the answer is 3.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was like one of those like where somebody was born on like 11:59 on the 30th or 31st, and the other one was born.
All right, you got 2 right.
Yeah, that was a bad one for me.
All right. Matt has 4 points. Mike has 10 points. And Tim, you have 8 points, and you have one more card. You have either Genesis
Do
4.
I get a card or no?
What's that?
Do I get a card or no?
Yeah, no, I'll give you a card after Tim because we're
Okay.
playing a game. And once he's done, yeah, I'll give you, and I'll let Duggar have a card too if you'd like.
Is there going to be a final question?
No, Tim just has one more card, and he's got to get at least 3 right to win tonight.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'll
Ooh.
shut up. I'm sorry.
Tim, would you like Genesis 4 or 5?
And I have 1 50-50 left, right, or no?
You have 1 50-50.
Okay, so what are my choices?
Genesis 4, which is 97, or Genesis 5, which is 2000.
Let's do 4.
All right, here's the card. Are you ready?
I think so.
People and places. What Great Plains state are you stuck in if you're out of gas in gas?
God dang it. Okay, well, it's a Great Plains state, so I'll go Nebraska.
Go down 1 state.
Kansas.
That is correct. Kansas.
All
All right.
right, so I gotta get 3 out of 5. Okay.
Here's your arts and entertainment. What Stephen Foster tune encourages racing enthusiasts to bet on the Bay?
The Camp
Oh,
Town.
There you go,
You know-
Camp Town Racers.
Joey never got that joke. I said Joey freaking Foster from. You ever see Tombstone?
Yep.
When I think Camptown Races, I think about oh shit, what's the movie? Blazing Saddles. You know, sing some of them songs. You don't like Camptown Races.
All things on a Niagara song.
Just want to remind everybody that I'm selling real estate up here in the Palouse before it goes any farther in that conversation.
No, I'll stop.
My,
I behave. One
of my best buddies was mayor in that movie. David Huddleston, he was a good buddy of mine. He was the mayor in Blazing Saddles.
Man, that was a
That's
fun
cool.
show.
He was also the big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski, the dude.
Oh, that's right.
All right, Tim.
He
here's
was the old guy. He was the one trying to steal the money.
The Lebowski Little Urban Achievers. All right, I need 2 more, huh, Jeff? Okay.
2 more. Here's your history question. What election year saw bumper stickers reading Wallace, Wallace, Uber Ales?
Well, that sounds really Nazi. Let's go with 19. $58.
Go 10 years forward.
Yeah, you say 68.
It
Ring
was
against LBJ.
Oh, it's presidential? Oh, dude, okay,
Right.
sorry. Did you say that?
Right after that, he got shot.
Because there wouldn't be a presidential election in 58. But anyway, go. Sorry.
All right, here's your science and nature. What element event rejuvenates a prairie by causing more plants to grow taller, flower, and produce seed?
One more time.
What elemental event rejuvenates a prairie by causing more plants to grow taller, flower, and produce seed?
Elemental event.
I think I know.
An elemental event.
You remember your elementals?
Brondo has electrolytes, so I would go with Brondo. It's what plants crave.
You sound like a commercial.
You remember Idiocracy?
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. I have no clue. An elemental event.
Do you know your Elementals?
Elementals.
They
no.
were a great band.
No, I really don't know.
Was it photosynthesis?
I'm trying to throw you as an elemental event that makes the plants grow more. Is what you're saying?
Oh, rain.
An elemental.
Well, I guess I'll go. Well, you said rain. But I'll say water. Flood.
Well, the elementals are earth, wind, fire. It would be fire.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, you burned it off.
They burn it off so it'll grow back taller, flower.
So I can't win now, huh?
You can tie though.
Okay.
Or
No,
you
you
could
can
be a
still
big
win.
L right there.
Right. You got one right. All you got to do is get the next two and you win.
Yeah, but the last one's wild card, and we know that's not gonna happen. But go ahead.
You'll know this one. Sports and leisure. What baseball team has a monthly newsletter called the Vine Line?
Oh, jeez.
The Vine Line.
Yep. Yeah, don't overthink that one.
Baseball team with the Vine Line. Really? This is easy for you guys. Shit.
Yes.
This made me feel
Oh, yeah.
stupid, Mike. The Vine Line. The Vine Line. A monthly. Okay, I'm jamming through all my teams as fast as I can. Let's do National League first.
Vine Line.
Okay, hold on. No, so I'm going. So Vine Line, National League, Chicago Cubs. What?
Damn it.
I'll go with the Cubs.
That would be the Cubs.
Damn it.
I'm going through every team in the National League.
Like I say, their entire center field is covered in ivy. Ivies.
ivy. All right, Jim. This is for the win. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And you do have a 50-50.
Okay.
Wild card. What Julie Andrews movie was Chairman Mao's widow accused of watching every night in a 1980 to 81 trial?
Shirley Andrews.
Julie Andrews.
What
Julie?
Julie Andrews?
Oh yeah, whatever.
So, playoff.
Is it Fanny? No. Okay, so the only I think she's in. Okay, so I'll do my 50-50. I'll do Sound of Music.
You got it.
Oh, that's literally the only Julie Andrews one I could think of.
Wasn't she in like Peter Pan or something too, or something?
Yeah, she was in
Chitty
Peter Pan.
Bang Bang.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
Except that every time Chairman Mao's wife tried to say chitty chitty bang bang, she was cussing.
Just a reminder, this Saturday open house up here in the Palouse.
All right, Tim, you've won back to back. So tonight the prize was a phone case cover. Would you like a phone case cover, or would you like to throw it back and we'll make the prize bigger next week?
I've won twice in a row now.
Yeah. Or if you don't want a phone case cover, we will give you an item of your choice of equal or lesser value. So you can get a T-shirt or a coffee cup.
So anything from the erasers to the left, above.
I want a TF mug.
You want a Traveling Fools mug?
I want a Traveling Fools mug. Yeah.
All right. Traveling Fools mug it is.
Do you see Joey put one on there where it says, "Go hide and go fuck yourself"? Play a game of hide and go fuck yourself. I was like, thanks, Joey. Joey's actually headed to the hospital right now. He's not feeling good. So everybody,
I was worried about the way he left.
Oh.
I knew when he left that. Yeah, he was.
No, he just texted me and asked me to tell you sorry that he ran off like that, but he was passed out and he's going to the hospital because he's not feeling well. So everybody say a prayer for Joey.
I'm
Will do.
praying that he's not driving.
Yeah, I'm hoping not as well.
He's passed out. I'm praying that he's not driving. All right, Traveling Fools. I got Genesis 3, 4, 5, and All American. Which card would you like to try?
Let me. I gotta check a fire. I got a bonfire going outside. I gotta check it real quick and make sure it's okay. Ask Duggar his first, or give me, or Duggar's gone. Just give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for bed.
Hey, Mike, thanks for coming.
Yep. I'll try to make another one soon.
We'll do this Monday. We will do Jeopardy on Monday. It'll be a lot easier. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Okay, catch y'all later.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Matt. Also, to let you know, Monday we're going to do Jeopardy if you're free.
Yeah.
Jeopardies are
Yeah,
a
I'll
little
come hang
easier
out.
than
Okay, sorry about that. I just saw a lot of smoke. I wanted to make sure my backyard wasn't on fire. No, we had another tree fall down, and I cut it up with a chainsaw today, and got it all gathered up, trying to burn it off.
Oh, I was going to ask you, Traveling Fools, if you're interested. It sounds like July 16th. I know two people are Ben and Sam are coming. Joey said that he is 90% coming. Hillbilly Skeptic is changing things to come. I've asked Tim. Tim's got a couple things to check on. I talked to Tony, and Tony sounds like he might be interested. You get any interest in coming to Iowa?
Coming to Iowa, July 16th.
Yeah.
I know we got that softball game the next weekend,
right?
That I got to travel to. What is the purpose of going to Iowa?
Well, high humidity. That's number one. You'll be going for high humidity.
Yeah, 90-90 weekend.
Okay.
But what we're doing is we're going to the Valeska Axe Murder House. And we're
just to be honest, I'll skip this one, but I do want to hang out with you guys. I'm not big into going to places like that. It's just not my thing.
Not a problem, man. I know a whole bunch of people are coming that weekend, or trying to come that weekend. And
I mean, I'd love to hang out with all you guys, but I would rather choose a different event rather than going to the Axe Murder House.
So you want to wait until we go to Amityville and see the whorehouse?
No, I don't want to go there as well. No, I stay away from things like that, man.
You know the funny thing, Traveling Fools, about 20 years ago, we were all talking about going to Amityville, and my brother stands like 6'5", 400 pounds. Okay. I mean, we call him Hoss. Okay. Cause he's a big boy like Hoss on Bonanza, And I told my brother, I said, hey, we're thinking of going to Amityville. Would you want to come? And he's like, it slapped a priest. Kids do I have? It slapped a priest, dude. Yeah, my brother's like you. He's like, if I can't shoot it, I don't mess around with it.
Exactly. I don't like to even put myself in situations where, because I believe in stuff like that. I believe in the possibility of it. And I don't like to put myself in those situations to where, I don't know, man. I'm kind of a religious person, so I try to stay away from that stuff.
For different reasons, my dad's the same way. My dad always told me, if you ever see a ghost or lights come on or off in my house, don't tell me. He said, because I'll be moving that night. He said, I don't want to know. He said, I don't mess around with ghosts. I don't want ghosts to mess around with me.
Exactly. Yeah. F them Caspers.
Yeah. All right. So we got Genesis 3, which is 94. We got Genesis 4.
You know me. They're all just as hard. Pick one and give it to me. As long as it's not an Americana, because those are pretty hard, man. Most of them. Some
of them are really hard.
And and I actually talked to my wife about this, when she starts studying for that, citizenship test, and your wife doing the same, like we really need to, she said she would do it actually. So we need to get them on here and do like the thing against some young people and have them compete against young people on American history.
Here's what I'm thinking. We've got Will. This is his last week of school and he'll be free. we got Brian VS, who is, I believe he said, a sophomore in college. And
we got to bring somebody really dumb on though, like one person that's like Chess Hall or somebody. You know, like,
but I'm thinking, if we could get one or two more people, younger people,
yeah.
And yeah, let's see who knows.
Yeah, who knows more? The immigrants
are
that
you
are
able to be a citizen? Because I'll be honest with you, I truly believe that older people would do better on the test than the younger people, because kids today are not getting a good government class, a good civics class. They're
not at all.
For real.
Like
Yeah.
Tim, you I know you work in real estate, but you've had I think you have a kid that goes to school, and I mean, is your child learning those kind of things in the school they're going to?
What now? He graduated.
Tim.
What happened?
No, I was asking you
God,
about
sorry.
like
I'm
where
with
your
you now.
child.
I'm with you now.
Jesus Christ, man, come on.
Oh my God.
Damn real estate agents.
I know. I mean, don't you see the difference between when we went to school and what, like, your child learned recently in school?
Yeah, night and day.
Yeah. I just wondered, I know in Washington things are different than they are, where I live. So I was just curious.
But some of the best videos I like, well, just you're bored one time finding reels on YouTube is, these people who go around to these colleges and asking questions like, who fought in the Civil War, and they're coming up with all these countries or,
Well, and of course, or the ones on the beach, and Mark Dice, he's always done, he started that, with the thing going there I want to say San Diego, I think is where he's at. Or whatever, where he goes out there and just asks people. And of course they cherry pick the questions, but the fact that there's that many people who don't know the answers anyway, it's like, Jesus Christ, like, how do you not know? Like, what year did America gain their independence? And these college kids and stuff, they're like 1870, and stuff's like, oh my God.
Or how many states are there? 52, 53. No, there's, it's like, come on, people.
Well, even Obama thought there was 52 states. So,
well, yeah, he did.
All right, man. I'll take any card you got, dude. All
right, your card is Genesis 4. So these were made in 1997.
All right, good year.
What Middle East locale is the world's oldest walled town?
Now, do what now?
What Middle East locale?
Okay.
Is the world's oldest walled town?
That's easy.
I mean, I would guess it's easy, but
it's always easy when it's
like Joshua fought the bottom, the walls came tumbling. I mean, I guess Jericho.
That's the one.
Okay.
That's Jericho.
I mean, you got to think these things out sometimes. I don't know.
All right. Here's your arts and entertainment. Who was replaced by a character named Pepe in the 1996 The Adventures of Pinocchio?
Oh shit! Who made? God dang it! What's his name? What's Pinocchio's daddy's name? Oh my God! Oh my God! Why can't I do it? It's like it's not just Seppi, it's oh my God. Geppetto.
Geppetto.
Is it Geppetto? I thought it was Geppetto.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was like, no, dude, it's Geppetto, right?
Yeah.
But that was the character that was replaced.
Okay, I'm wrong either way. Okay, cool.
Really?
Yeah, they replaced Jiminy Cricket, remember?
Oh.
Did they?
Yeah.
Wait, why did they replace him?
They replaced him with a character named Pepe instead of Jiminy Cricket.
No, wait, what are you
kidding me? Well, how could they do that? They replaced a character?
Yeah.
What is he, like a little bean that sits on his shoulder and tells him like what to do with a sombrero on his head?
And
Like,
now,
And just want to make sure everyone is out there for that open house on Saturday. It's gonna be great. Up here in Palouse, we got interest rates down a little of 4%. You know, we can make it happen for as little as $2 down with some of these properties.
man, I hope you got some damn
Okay.
at least some kind of fruity drinks and bagels or something. I'll be at that open house.
On the bright side, he didn't mention that Pepe jumped over the wall. Here's your history question.
I'm sorry, you guys are breaking up. I can't hear you.
Okay, history. Who told Jimmy Carter in a debate there is no Soviet domination of Eastern Europe?
Well, it doesn't really. Oh no. That's a weird question. I mean, I would think it would be either Ford or Reagan. Can I use a 50-50?
You got it on a 50-50.
I'm going to go Gerald Ford.
It was Gerald Ford.
Okay. I mean, that's the only two people he would have really debated in history. So.
Okay, here you go. Here's science and nature. Where does the embryo implant itself in a tubal pregnancy?
In a what
Whoa.
pregnancy?
A tubal pregnancy.
Well, I have no idea what that is. So, where does the embryo implant itself in a tube? In a tube, a tubal. Okay, test tube, baby. I'm gonna go with that.
No.
No.
On the way up to the ovaries.
Yeah, on the way to the ovaries.
Oh, I'm not a doctor, man.
Have you ever been to the Texas Stadium when they get ready to run out of the fallopian, the uterus? They get stuck in the fallopian tube.
Okay, yeah, I have no idea.
Matt, have you ever seen the University of Texas Stadium?
Yes, I've never been there, but I've seen it on TV plenty of times.
Yeah, well, you know how they say that's a longhorn? Bullshit. That's a uterus. Look at that. It looks like a uterus they come running out of. And now that I told you that, the next time you see that stadium, you cannot unsee that. It really does.
Yeah. They really disappointed me because I was going to go there next year because Michigan's playing them down there, but now they flipped it to 27.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Traveling Fools, are you ready for your sports and leisure?
Okay, sorry, I stepped away for 2 seconds.
Okay, here's your sports and leisure.
Oh boy.
What Celtics announcer found he could hear much better after a doctor discovered a radio earplug in his ear?
No idea.
That was Johnny Most.
Who?
Johnny Most.
No idea.
How the hell do you lose a radio earplug in your ear and forget about it?
Right. I mean, some of these questions, this is like, oh, hey, no idea. I don't even know. Like,
all right, here's a wild card. This one, if you think about it, you should get it. What Orville, Ohio jam and jelly brand achieved great popularity despite its name? I love the commercials.
Jam and jelly?
Yep, what Orville, Ohio jam and jelly brand achieved great popularity despite its name?
I always think Orville. Okay, I keep going to popcorn, but
yeah, when you hear Orville, Ohio, you're thinking Orville Redenbacher.
Right, exactly. It's like popcorn. Well, what are jellies and things? It's not going to be like Peter Pan. It's like Smuckers.
With a name like Smuckers, you know it's got to be good. That is
okay. I think like the worst name ever. So I don't like Smuckers that much. But.
You got 3 out of 6.
Okay. I'm not mad about missing 2 of them. 2 of them were like I have no earthly clue what that answer is.
That's the problem with these cards. It's either you get an easy card and you do really well, or sometimes, man, you just get a hard card. I got a couple of people who, well, I'd like to come in and play, but I don't want to make a fool of myself. And I tell them, I'm like, dude, I think everybody's went 0 for 6 or 1 for 6 at least a couple times. You know, I mean,
Right.
some cards are just not in your favor. You know, I mean,
Well, there's a beauty, like something to be said about having a name like Traveling Fools, because
Right.
I mean, anybody like you're an idiot. Nope, I'm a fool.
no, I'm just a fool.
I think we're way past that worry about making. I can't speak for Matt over there, but for the three of us, I think we've gone way past that that moment on video. So
Right? We've all been humbled and put in our place.
I knew I was
many
going to
times.
shit the bed when I came on here, but I just wanted to hang out with you guys. So
It's fun either way. It doesn't matter.
Have fun at least.
yeah,
That's all it's about. You know, I just want people, we got a guy who, if you follow my show, there's a guy, Brian VS. He's a college student. I tell you what, I love the guy. The reason I love him is the very first time we met him, Matt, he come on my show and he told me that he was watching my show for an hour and a half while waiting in line at a McDonald's. And I'm like, any man who has an hour and a half to waste standing in line at McDonald's for a fucking burger is somebody I want to know, because after 40 minutes, I'd have killed somebody. Okay, I don't have the patience to wait in line for a McDonald's burger for an hour and a half.
yeah, that's borderline psycho, dude. Like McDonald's ain't worth it, man.
No, and I've been drunk many times at 2:00 in the morning having the munchies, but I'm not waiting 2 hours.
I have never been drunk at 2:00 in the morning.
Okay.
you get drunk around 9 and it goes on till about 4 in the morning, but not at 2.
No, I normally work till 11, 10, 11. I mean, I work, and like most days, I'll work 12 hours a day, 13 hours a day. So if I go live, I mean, that's just me sitting down, finally getting to sit down for a minute. Okay.
Yeah, but Matt, we make fun of Brian because his history teacher did him wrong. He misses a lot of easy history questions. We're always teasing him that we're going to go down there and beat up his history teacher because, But
It's
Brian,
amazing what they don't teach people these days. I mean, they're so worried
ridiculous.
about teaching, like, all this, and, whatever, wherever anybody stands, but, too much things about, social justice or, these stupid things that aren't really, for the majority of people, real life issues. And then
Yeah,
they're
why
leaving
do I
out all
need to
this.
know a teacher's sexual preference?
yeah,
No, you should not ever need
Well,
to know that.
I've got a cousin that works in a middle school, and he tells me that there isn't any of that stuff. I mean, that might be on the news and stuff, and you might hear about certain places. But my cousin, who works in a middle school, has never seen that stuff.
but you know what though, the problem,
And I'm sure, Tim. I mean, I am sure that is a way overblown thing in the news. And I'm not like just pointing to that, but I'm just like generally speaking, the things that are being taught are
because our kids are not learning how to change a tire. They're not learning how to fix a sink. They're not learning,
how to
woodworking.
drive a tractor, how to
Do your
frame a
taxes.
house, do your taxes, learn civics, learn your American history, and learn your, just the randomness of it. They're being taught nonsense.
And do a lot of, and not just women. I mean, I remember in junior high, I had to take a class. They taught me how to sew. They taught me how to cook.
home ec, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
kids today aren't learning how to cook just a basic food, or how to sew, or how to take care. Like Traveling Fools just said. Kids today don't know how to do taxes. They don't know how to balance a checkbook. They don't know, just the basics of what life brings you. Schools are doing nothing more than teaching you to take a test and prepare you for college, which 80% of the population ain't going on to college. Most of them are going into, a tech school.
Ty, think about the amount of people that line up outside of an H&R Block a week before taxes are due, and they're standing there ready to pay $80 to go in there and take a 1040, EZ. The people are just sitting there like going, okay, let's just fill it out. It's like, okay, yeah, this is pretty fucking simple,
Yeah, and 90% of them don't have any deductions or anything. They're just
that's what I'm saying. You're taking it.
easy.
Yeah. And it's like, Come
10
on.
minutes later, that'll be $80. How would you like that money back? Do you
Well,
like it on a gift card?
The thing that I think sucks is so like you just said, Jeff, 8% of them aren't going to college. I don't know if that number's right, but let's say it's around there. There's no more like metal shop and wood shop and stuff like that, you know. I mean, how many kids graduate high school not even know how to use a bloody hammer?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
A bloody hammer? Well, nowadays, a lot of people probably know how to use a bloody one.
Yeah. And I don't know that number's correct either. I just threw it out there, but I figure there can't be more than 20% of the school population that goes on to college.
I would say graduate. I bet you more than 20% goes to college, but
yeah,
or more than 20 go to college, like junior college, etc. But I bet you the percentage is so low these days that actually graduate.
I mean, you should not be able to get a driver's license without knowing how to change your tire. You should not. I mean, how many people nowadays can sit there and know how to gap a spark plug?
Yeah.
How many? It's like, I mean, the things are just, it's nonsensical. The people are so dumb now. And even because I'm one of those people where I hate people who look down at trade people or, you know, I've been to college. I did that thing. I know both. I've been poor as shit, you know, at the same time. And I got married at 19 years old. Try to finish college, trying to do all that. I mean, I can remember times with no power, no nothing, you know, a little kid fucking living in a goddamn shitty ass fucking teeny little house. And I came from growing up in a rich family, you know, like I've had the best of both worlds and seen it from both sides. But it's the fact that people have never had to deal with these things and they don't know how to do these simple daily things. They'll sit there, these hoity-toity people will sit there and make fun of, you know, redneck Billy Bob over here that's got a damn motor chained up to the oak tree and the thing. But, you know, he can rebuild that fucking Chevy 350 motor and he knows how to do it and he knows how to do that. You have no idea how to do any of that.
You know,
these other
the
people.
thing is with these cars these days, though, you know, traveling fools.
Well, cars now.
Now they're so packed in. Like everything is so tight. You know, in the old days with old engines and things, you had room to move around. You know what I mean? Underneath or from the sides, you can get to pretty much everything. Now you got to yank out half of the underneath. You know, you got to pull everything out just to get to certain things now.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
So
but if
annoying.
you can't go back to basics and at least have the knowledge of, okay, ain't got no gas.
You know,
ain't got no spark.
But why
ain't got no, you know, it's like, well, we can figure this out.
Them to drive a car on an automatic. Teach the fucking kids stick. Anybody can drive an automatic. I mean, an idiot can drive an automatic. Put them in a stick.
Yeah, I mean, my
These
first
kids don't
car
even
when I
want to drive anymore.
No.
They don't exactly, Matt. They don't even want to drive.
My dad has a 1930 Chrysler Royale. My brother had the first grandson. And my dad said, when that grandson gets old enough, I'm going to give him my 30 Chrysler Royale. My nephew today is 27 years old and is scared to drive. You know how many kids, I mean, traveling fools, Matt, I mean, if you were
your dad to adopt me,
was going to give you a 30 Chrysler Royale, you would have jumped on it.
Learn how to drive, for God's sake.
My brother is 34 and doesn't drive.
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't
that's
have a
compute
license.
with me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't drive until I was 17. Me being Mitt Yoganarp, because I got in a lot of trouble when I was a kid, and my parents pretty much made sure, along with the courts, that I wouldn't be driving until I was 17. So, but I'll tell you what, I was chomping at the bit. These kids, you're right. I had my oldest son say, "Well, if I'm not gonna have a car, why get a license?" I just kind of shook my head. I'm like, do you want a girlfriend? I mean, are you guys gonna take the bus? What's your story, bud? You know?
Yeah.
No, so I might be dyslexic and say your name wrong, but Mitt,
Yes.
I'm dyslexic, so you were a problem child? Like you? I just don't see it.
I went to an all boys parochial Catholic school. What do you think happened?
I know you did.
Come on, DF.
Hey, let me ask you this: as being somebody else who did the same thing, I didn't go to an all boys, but you know, I was Catholic school educated until I ended up, you know, graduating from a like middle of nowhere high school and, you know, normal. But Did you ever go to anything outside of a Catholic high school, or did you just do all your schooling in
Oh no, I
Catholic
went.
school?
Well, no, I went to public school till I was in 3rd grade, and then all the way through college was all private from there.
Okay, so what I was going to ask isn't really relevant, but it could be. Did you like going from public to Catholic school, or did you prefer Catholic school?
I was so young. I mean,
That's
third
what
or
I'm
fourth-
saying. Yeah,
Actually, no. I
third.
take it back. I wasn't third. I was in 5th grade. Sorry. I don't really remember. I was what I liked. What was cool about it was actually, and I did like it, is I went from a school with like hundreds of kids to a school with like, I don't know, maybe 200 kids in the whole school. You know,
Because see, I remember going to like Catholic school my whole life, and then at one point I went to 5 different 3rd grades. Like,
wow.
like we were
That
moving
explains a lot.
No,
Wait a
no,
minute,
no,
that's-
not 3rd, 4th grade. 4th grade. We were moving a lot, and we'd moved to this place, and then we moved to this place. I started out in Miami, then we moved to this place in Atlanta, like right on the thing, and I was actually at that Hightower Elementary where like 2 years later there was like this mass shooting, and
Oh,
I remember it was only like me and this other white kid and a Puerto Rican girl. We were like the only people who were friends. We just like hid in the corner the whole time. I was like, holy shit, where am I? It was absolutely a horrible experience, but I was only there for like a month, And then we moved to this place. Then I got into the Catholic school, and then we moved back to Miami and went back to the other Catholic school. You know what I mean? It was like boom, 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 all these different schools. But then finished out Catholic school, and then when I was latter high school, ended up in a public school, and I remember being like, all my credits were done. My senior year, I remember it was like first period was English, which was the only class I needed to graduate, so I was late every day. But then I went from English to PE to home ec, and then to home ec, and then to PE, and then to chorus. That was my senior year of high school. I was like, this is awesome. I remember sitting there signing up. It's like, okay, well, what's going to be the last class? And I'm like looking at the thing, and it's like all the girls are signing up for chorus. And I'm like, I'm signing up for chorus.
credit for that. Well, we're all the same age. So you know that movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You know that scene where I
yeah.
looked up, it's like da 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 da, right? It's like the nice Chicago blue and sky, it's a couple clouds or whatever. It's all blue.
Mm-hmm.
We were allowed to miss 10 days a semester at my school. Otherwise, you couldn't get your credits. And so, like, my buddy, he was already in college. He was going to UC San Diego and UC Irvine. Sorry, and he'd come up to my house and like he'd knock on the door. And I go to the door. I'm all half asleep, getting ready. And he'd stand there, and start doing that song. Look it up. And so I started ditching school. So I was ditching school, like, I don't know. So with about maybe 2 months left of my senior year, right, I couldn't miss any more days of school. And that I almost said a curse word. Would show up at my door, and he'd knock on the door, and it'd be like 70 degrees. Like, God damn it, we ditched all those days in January. Now it's really nice. I could go ditch, and I can't because you made me miss all those days before.
Now, see, I got lucky because they didn't change that in my school until my senior year. Because my junior year, I missed 72 days of school, but I got all A's and B's. And it wasn't a big deal.
I spent my last three weeks of high school in detention before I graduated. And the beauty of it was like I said, the only class I needed to graduate was English. Like I had all my things. Well, they didn't like me. You know what I mean? They were like, oh, you already have all your credits. You move here. And it was funny because the English class that I was in, I want to say it was like a 97 or 98 was my average on the class. It was, writing term papers like we used to have to do, go into the library, the Dewey Decimal System, looking everything up. And I'd written a paper on, I don't remember what it was on, but I did it and wrote the paper, and the English teacher gave me a really good grade, So I was acing the class, but then they brought me in and they were like, well, we're not giving you credit for it because of your absences and your tardies. I'm like, well, and this was like a month and a half before graduation. So I said, screw that. So I went to night school And in 4 nights, I took all the 4 tests and had 100% average in the class in night school. Well, then they're like, well, no, we're not going to count that because you don't have the seat hours. So I was like, okay, are you fucking kidding me? Like, so then the night school teacher, she taught day school as well, but she liked me. She was cool. So she said, okay, you want to do seat hours? Well, I'm going to give you 2 for 1. She says, you come in here, and she goes, why don't you watch a movie every night this week, or, for the next couple weeks, and just write me a paragraph about the movie. Maybe Stephen King would be a good, I'm not telling you what to do it on, but maybe Stephen King, because he's got a lot of movies. And so I would go in there, and it was funny because it was me and these 2 hot chicks. They were like redneck, thing, but they were hot chicks, like the redneck skanky hot girls, and so I would have to go in there and watch movies at night in this like classroom with all the lights off, watching Stevie. So we'd go out and we'd smoke the devil's lettuce beforehand. We'd come back in and go in there and watch these scary movies all cuddled up. It was fun. I mean, it was awesome. It was really awesome.
Fools, you want to know how I spent my last 2 months of high school? I was in boot camp.
Yeah, there you go.
The Marine guy, my recruiter came to me on a Wednesday. This was towards the end of March. And he called me on Tuesday. He said, hey, tomorrow I need you to come into my office. I need to talk to you. So I went into his office the next day because I got a couple things for you to sign. I'm 18 years old. I don't read what I sign, so I sign shit.
Hell, I'm 47. I still don't read what I sign half the time.
Later that day, he called me that night and he said, oh, by the way, I'll be picking you up tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm like, okay, where are we going? He goes, I'm going to take you to take the ASVAB again, and then you're going to go to a hotel. And I'm like, okay, why? He goes, you go to boot camp on Friday. And I'm like, I don't graduate until May. He goes, yeah, we're not worried about that right now. You're going to boot camp on Friday.
Jeez.
Hey, you'll graduate at Paris Island. Don't worry.
Yeah. I graduated after I got out, and it's like, holy shit.
Speaking of home ec, I remember we were doing like the thing where it wasn't even a cooking day. It was one of those things we were doing something else. And like I said, I had back-to-back home ec classes, which was awesome. So we thought it was a buddy of mine, and there was this other dumbass dude that was in there with us. And we were all at home. It was just the 3 guys and all these girls, in the class, and it was great. In the days we didn't want to listen to the nonsense, we would be like, hey, we have to go talk to the guidance counselor about our college. And she would be like, okay. Since we had 2 blocks, then we'd just leave school, We'd go to my buddy's dad's house and steal his dad's stash, and we'd come back to school. But we thought one day it was funny. We were like, well, we want to get stoned, and we're in a home ec. So we thought if we blew the pot into above the stove, the ventilation fan.
Oh yeah.
That we'd be doing something. Well, we didn't know they didn't actually have it like vented out. It vented right back into the room. So we're sitting back there burning one in the corner by the stove at home ec. And the teacher, she was man, I feel sorry for her, but she was such a nice lady. She's like, oh my God, is something burning? Everybody's looking at us, we're back going, oh shit.
Someone torching a skunk in the school?
We thought if we blew it out of the home ec ventilation fan that nobody would notice, but it blew it wasn't vented, so it just blew right back into the room. The whole room just smelled like old hanging dog skunk weed. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we had some fun back then. It was good times. I miss those days. Kids these days don't know what they're missing out on.
That's exactly what I was saying. These kids these days, they have no clue how. But do you guys remember the stories about like when you hear older people talk about how, like, for instance, I mean, I'm not advocating drinking and driving. I'm not advocating at all, but the older guys that tell you stories about how they go out and get hammered, and then the cops just make them lock their keys in a car and make them walk home and stuff or whatever, that kind of stuff. They wouldn't drag them off to jail.
Yeah, or give you a ride home.
I was 23 years old, and the rival town 6 miles from me, I was over there and I was drunk one night driving, and the cop stopped me. Got out, come up, wanted to see my driver's, knew I was drunk. He said, "Come on, you're coming with me." And he put me in his car and he drove me to his house. He said, "Come on, get out." Took me in his house. He goes, "I got Coors Light and I got PBR. What do you want?" And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Hey, you got the same birthday as I do." He said, "I was born October 8th also." He said, "What do you want to drink? Are you drinking PBR?"
Oh, yeah.
What the hell? I thought I was going to jail, you know? And no, I had the same birthday as that cop.
That's
That-
awesome.
Someone looking out for you upstairs.
Yeah, you know. But I'll tell you
Wow.
another thing. The neighbor here had a fit. We were talking a couple weeks ago. You know, everybody makes a big to-do about, well, all these kids are taking guns to school and blah, blah, blah. I said, you know, I took a gun to school. I had a shotgun, a rifle, and a pistol I went to school with. When I was growing up, that's what we did. You went hunting before school or trapping or hunting after school. You know, we all took guns to school, but we all left them in the truck, in the car. You know, I mean, we wouldn't have ever thought.
And that's facts right there. I mean, I remember going to high school in, North Georgia, and I mean, it was the same thing. You'd pull up in the morning and, I mean, there'd be a deer strapped to this car, but 50% of the trucks in the parking lot had, the gun rack in the back window, and there was 2 guns sitting there. I mean, I remember the superintendent, a door being locked one time, and he's like, "Oh shit, anybody?" I remember saying, he's like, "Oh shit, anybody got a knife?" And like 5 kids pull knives out of their pockets, and he jimmies the door open and goes in. And people fought and they did everything, but nobody ever thought about. I mean, these people fighting had guns in the back of their trucks, but they never thought about like shooting somebody. You'd go down to Old Smoky Road and meet up, and there'd be a fight after school. "Oh, we're gonna be there 4:30 at Old Smoky," and everybody go there and pull up. Nobody ever pulled a gun out.
We beat the hell out of each other, and then we shook each other's hands and went on.
Yeah, went and drank some Boone's Farm together afterwards and fucked the cheerleader.
Yeah,
It's
like I said, if we ever took a gun into school, it was because we were building a gun rack or something. We needed the gun to find out how it fit. Or build a stock for the gun or something like that. I said, shit. You go back to the mid 90s, everybody had a gun at school. You know, I mean, everybody.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly the time period I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and everybody had a gun.
Could you imagine even thinking of pulling a gun? Hell, I remember my dad had the gun rack on the wall. You know, he had guns and they were loaded. You know, I mean,
I can look right now and I see 4 loaded guns right next to me right now.
You know, I mean,
and the problem I see there is with this whole gun thing and stuff like that. It is a mental health issue, and it's not just that though. It's the fact that our society has gone to towards a thing to where the value of life is not what the value of life used to be, and the way that we respect each other. And when we look at it, they have so downgraded. And, whether you want to throw it off on the abortion argument or whether you want to throw it off on, whatever, but they have so degraded the actual value of life. I mean, the only people whose lives mattered are people who can be exploited by certain, people on Twitter or these agencies for political reasons. That's the only time life is ever actually valued, is when somebody dies in a bad situation. Other than that, nobody gives a dang about anybody or anything at all. They've just devalued life so much and they've taken, and I hate to say it, but they've taken religion out of everything. They've taken,
and I was going to say that, Traveling Fools, and I'm the first one to tell you guys, I am not religious. I don't believe in God. But they've taken God away from everything, and they made it, where if you're a believer, they look down on you, and I mean, this country was founded on the principle of, they came here because they were being persecuted for religious beliefs and on taxes and stuff like that.
But they also came here because they were being persecuted on taxes for alcohol. Was a very large reason they came here as well.
Yeah,
it's not just religion.
Once they got rid of religion in schools and religion and this and that and the beliefs in that, I mean, that's when the country and again, I'm not a religious person. I'll be the first one to sit here and tell you I don't go to church, I don't believe in God and blah blah blah. But I believe 100%, and everybody out there, you're right to believe, being a Christian, a Catholic, a Muslim, Jehovah's Witness, whatever you are. I believe you have the right, but that's one of the problems, though. We've went so far away from religion.
Well, see, when you push a thing, and granted, okay, you don't believe in a God, and that's fine. You know, I'm not God, so I don't judge anybody. I've always lived my life like that. I don't like, I mean, hate the sin, love the sinner. I really don't judge people. I don't live in a glass house, and I'm not God, so I don't cast judgment upon anybody. But in a society, if there is nothing to like, if your actions, if there's nobody to hold you responsible for your actions as like an atheist or something like that, society will collapse.
It will break down. Exactly.
There's no doubt. I mean, whether you want to be religious or not, or anything like the 10 Commandments, people are like, oh, I don't believe, you know, whether you want to say God actually brought them down and handed them to Moses, or if it's just either way, those, you know, thou shalt not kill. Okay, hey, that's probably a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not, you know, bang your neighbor's wife. You know, well, yeah, that's going to cause some problems.
Wait, that's a
Thou
bad
shalt
idea.
not.
Wait a minute, that's a bad idea.
But
Well, I don't know who's your neighbor. Right? As long as you don't live next door to me, I don't mind.
Now, like schools, my wife, being Mexican, 90% of the population was Catholic. So I mean, she's been to Catholic school or Catholic church and that, and her family, a lot of them is Catholic. But my wife is a Buddhist, which really isn't a religion; it's a belief in that.
And I like Buddhist people.
Buddhism is really, you know, I do believe in like karma. I do believe if you do good things happen. If you do bad, you know, bad things happen, and that. But like my wife's belief in Buddhism and that, I mean, there's a lot of good that comes out of being Buddhist, or, you know.
I like Buddhists, I like Hindu people. Hell, I like most Muslim people, you know. I mean, I don't like extremists on any end of anything. Anybody who says like, you know, to me, anybody who, this is my opinion when I say to me, who believes like, well, if you're not, you know, if you have not accepted Jesus Christ as your savior, you're going to hell, is just an ignorant fucking person and is playing God in their own mind.
Right. They don't read the part of the Bible that says, you know, let he who had no sin cast the first stone, you know, and I mean, just, and my belief.
There's lots of great people in every religion and every society. I mean, it's who you are as a person. Religion is more of a thing of what you believe and, you know, where you're actually getting your faith from. And that is what faith is. It is for you.
And how many people, and I'm going to say the born agains, because they're the best ones to make fun of, but every religion. I mean, you've been to a Catholic church where, you know, the guy sitting next to you sinned his ass off last night. And just because
that was me, that was me sitting there. That was person next to me. Oh, God dang, this guy smells like a
how many people
king over here.
You know, they go to church and they think, well, I'm going to heaven because I go to church, but they sin like a son of a bitch, you know. And I mean, so the thing is, whether you believe, disbelieve, I mean, to me, whether you believe or not, the way you live your life matters more than what you believe. Because if you're not living, you know, a good life, if you're out there doing evil and this and that and doing bad, well,
see, I agree that there's a fine line between that. I mean, like if you're going to sit there and say, you know, hey, Traveling Fools is he was sitting in church smelling like he drank you know, a keg of beer last night. He's a hypocrite. He's not going to heaven. See, then I have pushback on that because I'm like, you know, blah blah blah. No, it's like who? Like, is that really why you would go to hell because you were drinking beer? No. But then again, I don't like the people who sit there and say, like, to the other extreme, to sit there and say, well, you know, this person was an axe murderer and did all that, but before they died, they said, I accept Jesus Christ as my savior. So they're automatically going to heaven because they have now accepted Jesus Christ as their savior. You know, like, here, hold this snake. Yeah, like, no, I don't.
Traveling Fools, because one of the girls I used to date this girl, and her dad used to argue with me all the time. You're going to hell because you don't believe in God and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, and you're going to heaven because you're a Christian, but you cheated on your wife last night. So, you know, yeah, you're going to heaven for that one, ain't you? You know, and it's like, well,
right.
We'll go to church and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so what's
glass houses, bitches, you know? I don't believe anybody's going to.
Worse than you having extramarital affairs. Come on, I thought that was one of the commandments, And it's like,
Let me ask you, Mitt.
Sorry,
Let me-
Jeff,
yeah,
Jeff, you gotta wait that shit because you're like 6'5", man. I would love if I tried talking to my girlfriend's dad that way, he'd be like, get the fuck out of my house.
well, what do you think about that, Mitt? That conversation? I'm curious.
Me, I'm all about, look, the faith system I have is all about love, and if you got love in you and you love people, then you're probably doing what you're supposed to be doing.
So you're on my page, like kind of you and I are the same thought process on that. I would believe.
Yeah, I mean, I think all religions are fascinating. I think there's a lot of hypocrisy in all religions, and I think it comes down to more someone's faith than their religion.
Right.
And I
We're
think
on
that
the same
faith is a
page.
personal thing that you have with whatever your creator, with the universe, however you want to fashion it. And it just comes down to like that golden rule. Because the crazy thing, and one of the best books I ever read was talking about, the reason why Jesus talks the way he does and monotheism, etc. Blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff that really, without going too much into this whole thing, because he was born in first century Palestine, his story would be similar. And if you listen to all of the faiths, pretty much world religions, they're all saying the damn thing. But it's really, it's framed around the environment and the world and the what's the word I'm looking for here? The social structure at that moment. Being born a Jew in first century Palestine, you're gonna use this monarchy, and the Christian faith as it moved through monarchy and everything, it took on a very hierarchical kind of thing. Then you have the Middle East, where then you go to the Far East, and you're talking about where you similar processes and things, and more of a philosophy, you know what I mean, than actually a religion. And so I find it all fascinating. Sorry,
No,
we
it's
could
cool.
talk all night on this stuff. I love this stuff.
Hey, we should do a stream. We should do a stream about this one night.
Yeah,
I promise not to say anything I promise not to say anything offensive or anything if we're talking about
No one
this.
could ever offend me. You know what I mean? As long as I'm not,
No, you know what I mean.
hurting other people, I don't really care what people. If you feel something, then fucking good for you, man. Good for you.
No, you know what I'm saying, Tim. I miss having you come on. I miss having you come on, and I know why you don't. And I'm sorry, Mitt. I'm dyslexic. I'm sorry, but I know why you don't come on. I don't blame you. And
more than anything else, it's not that at all. It's honestly that usually late at night, I'm trying to get this this special credentialing for my real estate. Yeah, that's it. And it's just been crunching my time. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm always in your chat and I'm always listening.
I know. Hey, man, trust me. I know. I do notice, but I miss having you on. That's the only reason. You are actually like one of these people who I appreciate, like intelligent conversation. So it's kind of cool.
Well, I'll make it a point to dip my toe in the water a little more. Then
I've been trying to keep the extremists and weirdos.
You got a couple wackos, I gotta admit.
Yeah, man.
Like that Exploring with Ben guy. He's a bit of a
oh man, dude, when he comes on, everything goes to hell.
The problem with religion is the same problem with politics. You got the percent that's wackadoodles to the extreme that usually do the most talking, and like I said with politics, 80% of the country's more in the middle. And the Democrats and Republicans get along as neighbors in that. They just make it seem like on TV we all hate each other because it's the real extreme, and that's the same in religion. Every religion has their wackos and their extremists who, take it too far and ruin it for everybody else.
Not to mention social media, and everyone's a keyboard warrior.
Yep.
So, and nothing good ever comes of that. It's just insults being hurled at each other. There's never intelligent conversation on that end. It's just, I'm right and you're wrong. And if you don't like it, you can go eat one.
And nobody, and in the day and age we live in, nobody can admit to being wrong. Like sometimes you're wrong. I mean, last year I was wrong one time. And it was
only one time.
That was last year, man. I mean,
I thought I was wrong once. It turned out I wasn't, but it still made me wrong.
But that's a problem. I mean, people can have like facts showed to their face and be like, and they still have these blinders on to where they just they can't. You could force feed them facts, and they won't. So it's not even worth it. I don't like fighting.
I like
people.
those when you prove somebody wrong and they say, "Well, Trump did this."
Right.
Where did Trump come from? We're arguing about me and you, and it's, well, Trump did this. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Great argument.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I tell people. I like to tell people on Twitter.
Uh-oh. Ben says cough. Ben says cough. CNN. Ben says cough. CNN looks stupid tonight. Now I haven't seen this, but I do know that Trump did a town hall on CNN tonight. I'm gonna have to watch it. Just
you know what though? Trump is kind of his own worst enemy though. If he would have put his phone down and just went on his business instead of tweeting.
But I loved it. I love the tweets, man. I miss mean tweets. I wish we had more mean tweets right now.
And Ben brings up a good point. We built the wall to keep people like you out, Jeff. You're Mexican,
That's right.
aren't you?
See how it worked, right?
I don't know how you guys like that guy. I'm not going down that road, but Jesus, that guy. Not like any presidents we've had in president.
But Mitt, that's why I'm going to tell you why I like that guy. Because he's not like any of the other presidents we've ever had. All the other ones are grouped into this whole group. It doesn't matter. You could vote for Obama. You could vote for George Bush. You could vote for Bill Clinton. You could vote for anybody else. And, they're all the same.
Yeah,
they're all the same.
Guess what? Guess who else was bought, TF?
Oh, I'm sure he has had his.
You can't be president today.
Bought.
That's the way it's set. Unless,
I want to be president. We're going to do.
You know why? Because you come out of the office and you go from being rich to insanely rich after being the president. Now, why is that? How does that happen?
Okay, so why is the only person? Why is the only person to have lost money becoming president hated so much?
Well, and my question is, how can somebody be president for 4 years but age 16 years? Have you ever seen the president when he comes out, man? He aged like 16 years.
Yeah. Definitely. I like
this
guy.
Mitt, did you see the thing where we're going to do it in this election? And it came from just like a drunken stream the other night, but to where, Rec Talk.
No, I do actually live under a rock. I come on YouTube, hang out with you guys. That's about
Well, no, he's on YouTube all the time. He's that
Okay.
Georgia Tech fan guy that does those shows and stuff like that. So he's liberal. Okay. And so it came out the other night. So we're going to do a YouTube election during this next cycle. And it's me running against him. I have to pick a vice president and he's got to pick a vice president. And we're going to do 3 debates. And then we're going to let the YouTube community, we're going to let the YouTube community vote on who wins.
Oh, that
it's going to be fun. I mean, it's all about fun. He's a friend. He's a liberal, but he's a friend of mine. You know what I mean? I don't hold that against him. But but I'm gonna come out. It's gonna be funny.
I used to be a Democrat, and I'm just a cynic. I'm the cynic class. I vote because I have to vote, but I can't remember last time I voted for somebody at any level, any level, where I'm like, wow, this is gonna make a difference in the world.
No, it's all bullshit.
I'm really this person. I could really get behind this person. I can't remember the last time I cast a vote like that.
Well, wait till you hear my campaign. Wait till you hear my campaign.
I'm sure
you will get behind me, man.
To steal the words of a great man, amazing and fantastic.
You need your vice president to be Harry Butts.
Harry Butts. I'm even thinking about it. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to go like. Well, I'll save it. I'll save it till I come out, but it's gonna. I'm gonna come out swinging. It's gonna be fun. It's all a joke, but it's gonna be fun.
I know what you're gonna do, Traveling Fools. I know already. You're gonna have Ben and Sam as your vice president, so you get that demographic, and that's just wrong.
Well, no, I might just have to go for a colored man as my.
and by that demographic, you mean failing Pac-12 members? Is
Yeah,
that what you mean?
Exactly.
That's what I was going for. Yeah, exactly.
And I may or may not have like a teeny little mustache, when I come on and do this, and yell at everybody. I'm zigzag. Trust me,
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Big smiles. Big
Yeah,
smiles. What's
it's
that
gonna
from?
be it's gonna
What's
be
from?
fun.
Big smiles.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not allowed to talk politics at my parents' house anymore because they're full on like super Democrats. They
See,
don't.
that's funny that
I'm
your
not
parents are
allowed to
full
talk
on
politics around
Democrats.
them.
That's how my family was, though, Tim. I grew up; they were all Democrat. Now my dad's
But
a Republican, and
I can't stand Democrats or Republicans, man. I can't. I just
no,
can't do it.
I can't stand the
It's so,
extreme
so,
on
so
either.
full of shit. Both sides so full of shit. Some
Amen to
you know what
that.
it's like. It's like a football game, and you have the fans on one side. It's like they don't even care about what's going on. They just fucking hate each other now, and it's just gotten to the point where it's like a circus. We're all so stupid. We're sitting around, and poor people are staying poor as fuck, and rich people are getting richer and richer. And then if you're in the middle class, or if you're comfortable, like most of us are, and we just coast through like this mindless warp zone, and that's exactly what's been happening for the past 30 years, and that's where
Yeah,
we're
it's
heading toward.
ridiculous.
well, that's why I moved to Mexico so I could blend in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's every day. Like, I mean, we're back to talking about selling our house and moving again. You know, it's just because, like, what is this mindless, like, endless, constant thing? I mean, we can sell our house, go to, move to Bali. My wife's an Indonesian citizen. I mean, we can move to Bali and buy a villa for $100,000 right by the beach, a little 2-bedroom place, and still have a few $100,000 in the bank. And I mean, I'll rent surfboards and do YouTube videos for the rest of my life. Yeah, it's like, why are we even doing this? Why are we even dealing with this? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because this isn't the America we grew up in.
No.
This wasn't the America Reagan promised us. And, that's what I tell people. I couldn't imagine. Seriously, 20 years ago, if you told me I'd live in Mexico, I'd be bullshit. I ain't leaving this country, And since I moved to Mexico City, I'll tell you what, it's so much nicer down there. The people are friendly. I get to watch TV and not listen to one side yell at another side or blame another people or, it's like, wow.
By the way, Jeff, Ben canceled you, so you're done.
Ben canceled. Oh, nice.
So I respect both of you guys' opinion. What do you guys think of George Carlin?
Love George Carlin.
Goat.
Yeah. There was I don't want to butcher it, but like, they're all in a big club and you ain't in it, and people are so
Exactly.
goddamn stupid. They think, shoot, I've got a paycheck, I got a house, I'm rich. No, man, you're not rich. You're like even. You know what I mean? Compared to these guys.
Exactly.
You could pay your bills.
Think about this. We left England because of taxation, and today we're being taxed more than England. Our forefathers would have a freaking.
I don't know about that, Jeff. They have national health care, and they got a lot of stuff like that. And by the way, you guys can call me pinko, commie, socialist all you want, but I am 100% for socialized medicine.
Here's my problem, though. Explain this.
Yeah.
Explain this, how this works, because I'm okay with it too. But here's my problem. We got Obamacare, and Obamacare was to help the poor. And I'm okay with that. But here's my biggest problem. The poorest population in America right now are mostly Social Security and Social Security disabled. Social Security and Social Security disabled, they take out almost $200 a month for Medicare. And Medicare does nothing. You have to have a Part B for it to work. So the poor people have to pay $200 a month, and a single person can make up to $30,000 a year and get free insurance. That to me don't make sense. I think Social Security people should get their medical free of charge.
Yeah, I'm not the big brain here, but I know there's a way to do it, because whenever they talk about how broken like socialized medicine is, they pick the most screwed up situations. You know what I mean?
Well, everybody always goes to the extreme. It's like the abortion argument. They're
Yeah.
like, well, what about rape? And it's
But
like,
I mean,
well, that's like 0.07 of the percentage of it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's always the extreme for the argument. It's
It
never
makes me
good.
sick because vets go to the VA, right? So that there's a story, and I'm sure. I mean, there's got to be some truth to it. I'm sure they exaggerate, but this guy, he's a vet, and his wife and his daughter are both. They're all diabetics, and so he's splitting his insulin with his wife and his daughter, and we all, which means is basically none of them really get the amount that they're probably supposed to be getting.
Right. They're barely getting by.
And so I don't think that your lifespan, and I know this is pie in the sky, but it really isn't. If we're all talking about spirituality a little while ago, I think you look at how great, because I think our country is the greatest country in the world. And my point is though, is you could only judge a civilization on how they treat the lowest of their people. And so therefore
I agree.
People are dying because it literally, like I have a friend, he's poor, he lives in Wyoming, and he's going to die way younger than most people because he has no medicine. He's got some health issues and he's going to die. I mean, it's just, that's a fact of life. Why? Because he doesn't have a job that gives him insurance and he can't afford. He makes enough money because he has two kids that he can't qualify for shit, but he doesn't make enough money that he can actually have insurance. Now that's a broken system.
But
Tim, I totally agree. And I mean, we've been put into that same system as well, and there's no reason why a country who can, in a year send $100 billion to Ukraine while their own citizens are sitting there not being able to get insulin.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, just honestly, like, what difference does it make what's going on in another country when your own people are starving to death, when your own people can't get the medications they need, when your own, and I agree with that. I mean, I remember pre-Obamacare, I remember having the badass insurance, and, obviously it was to a place I worked for, but it was like $100 a month, with I want to say it was like a $1,500 deductible, anything you ever wanted to do. Obamacare hit. 4 years later, I had to drop insurance because I couldn't afford it.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's hits everywhere. I know. I mean, I know that's totally true.
And I agree. We should have some kind of system to where, if we can afford to spend our money all over the world for other people, then we should. Our own people should already have these things that we are giving to other countries' people.
But it's like I tell people, though, in Mexico, doctors and nurses in Mexico get to go to school for free. When I go to the doctor in Mexico, I can go to any pharmacy. They have a doctor in there. It costs me about $2, $3 to see a regular doctor and another $2 or $3 for the med. So for less than $5, $6, I get to see a doctor and get my med.
Right.
Why can't we do that in the U.S.? Why can't we give free education to doctors? That way they're not $500,000 in the hole coming out of school. Make them go to work at like a VA or that for the first 5 years to help pay back their education, and then let them go out on their own. We could. There's stuff
because that makes sense, Jeff.
Right.
The problem with medicine is that I'm all for. The crack up for me is when they talk on the pharmaceuticals talk about, well, if we're not making all this money off of these pills, there's going to be no incentive for people to do bullshit. Instead of being like billionaires, you want to tell people, well, you can't be a billionaire, but you can be a multimillionaire if you do this. Oh no, forget it. If I'm not going to make $1 billion, I'm not going to do it. You can shove that horrible argument really somewhere where the sun don't shine. Because it makes no sense.
Tim, it's obvious. I mean, like, if anybody's got their blinders on and can't realize this, but like with the recent Kung flu, that came through. Okay, so taxpayer dollars paid for all this research and everything to go into creating this so-called, so uncalled, whatever you want to see, V word, VACCIN, whatever. I don't want to talk about it. But yet then taxpayer dollars paid for all that research. And then these companies go back and they sell it back to the government, who pays them this high price and enforces it upon these people. And who made money? They made billions and billions and billions. And all these people got fucking rich off of this. And that's ludicrous. Like, how do you not complain about that? Whether you're liberal or, right, left.
Don't see, to me, I want to stay away from that because it's a hot point for everybody. And like, even to this day, I'll admit I might be stupid, but I don't agree with either side. I'm still kind of stuck between like, this and that on all this shit. I don't know. I don't know where to stand at this point. There's been so much bullshit back and forth. But what I do know is there's people, again, go back to the insulin thing. We charge more for insulin than any other country in the world. And I don't mean a little bit more. I mean, significant. And this isn't something that was just invented. This has just been around forever. There aren't patents on this stuff, you know, and they charge people through the nose in our country. There's too much money. You should not monetize health. I think that's
No, I agree.
insane.
I agree
Now,
totally.
the other thing, Tim, you look at, and this was Joey's buddy, the Democrat from West Virginia, his daughter.
Is he really a Democrat? But anyway, go ahead.
Well, no, he's both sides, but I mean, his daughter worked for the pharmaceutical company that took the EpiPen, and it went from like $5 to $10 to now $600.
Yeah. My daughter had to get one of those.
Yeah, and I mean that's the problem in our country. Big pharma has to make not a profit, but a huge profit.
And when you're watching the news and every commercial and everything is sponsored by Pfizer, everything is sponsored by, it's like, are you people not seeing this? Like, you're being
you know what cracks me up also is like, imagine if some guy, I mean, I don't care if he was from short of the Nazi party, right? If the guy, I don't care what party you're for, if he rolled out his platform, his entire platform was this: campaign reform, transparency. We're gonna truly, we all bang our chests, and you know, and I know, Jeff, you fought for freedom and true. We've never had true democracy, but voting and proper shit, right?
Right.
We our system is so broken, and it's not a partisan thing. It's completely screwed. Where politicians, and they like it because they keep getting money, they keep getting reelected, so they're not going to do it. But if somebody actually had the stones to go and say, yeah, you know what, I don't care about your guns, I don't care about healthcare, I don't care about gay right issues, I don't care about black, white issues. I'm running on one policy and one policy only, and that's to get all this money out of politics so that we can actually vote again. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, that guy would last about 5 minutes before they shot him.
Yeah, it would be just like the last guy who tried to run on things of mixing it up and doing that, and it was endless 4 years of pushback from the big system telling him to shut the fuck up.
And see, I truly believe, and I mean, I'll even add, you know, Nancy Pelosi and Fines. I truly, and I said this many times, I do believe that most politicians get into politics to do well and to do good. I truly believe that. But I think they get in and see the system is so broken and so corrupt that it's just simpler to take the money and shut up and be corrupt with the rest of them than it is to fight them.
Well, that's the only choice they're given.
Yeah.
And then they justify it by saying, well, if I'm not elected, I can't make any change. So I'm going to play the game. Hey, you got to play the game. You got to play the game. Otherwise you can't. So I'm going to play the game and try to make some small change that I think.
And here's a stock tip.
Yeah, exactly. You know? But that's the problem. I truly believe that most people did get into politics for the reasons you're saying. They wanted to make a change. They wanted to make a difference, and they thought that their voice would matter.
Yeah, Mr. Smith goes to Washington, you know. I mean, you go there to make a difference. And then 20 years later,
you're the problem.
You're part of the system. You are the problem.
You don't get there unless you already sign your soul away to the devil. You can't even get there. I mean, that's how that, I do believe, like, I mean, in my mind, there's like three great orators of like my lifetime. Well, actually, no, because John F. Kennedy was before me. So you got JFK, then you have Ronald Reagan, and you have Obama, and all three of those guys are insanely just great speakers. The rest of these fuckers that we've had are they range from
oil salesmen,
embarrassing to just absolutely robotic. And the problem is all of
Obama was a great speaker.
Oh yeah.
Well, but see, here's the thing though. Where'd all his money come from? Banks. How many guys went to jail for all that mortgage bullshit?
Oh yeah, he caused so much division in this country just because of like when he first got into it, he went on this thing of, change and, all this stuff. And but he ended up getting so brainwashed by the system and being coerced into doing this that he caused so much division in this country that I don't know that it will ever be repaired.
No, because not only did he cause division, but now we got new groups and new different forms of hate. And, there's kind of like
he didn't cause it. It was already there. The key, I mean, there's nothing new to conquer and divide. The key is to have half the people fight with the other half the people. And if it was, when I was a kid, it was about abortion, right? Abortion.
Well, nobody needs these politics. If everybody was getting along and everybody's having fun, why do you need like the government? Like the government comes in there and they divide people because that gives them issues to run on and that gives them issues to keep it going. None of them ever get anything fucking done, whether it's Republicans or Democrats or anything. But all they do is keep the idiots fucking arguing with each other and run on those platforms.
Well, I'll give you guys my real breakdown. I'd love to talk to both of you guys about this, but my real estate agency, or what I can't really we call it, would not. I can't go too deep into my politics on here, but I will. The short version of it is that it's and you can start playing. Someone start playing the X-Files music for me. It goes way higher than the government. It's really power is money. Money is power, and they don't want. No matter how liberal your neighbor is, you have way more in common with that guy than you do with the guys in the club.
Yep.
But what they do is they have you fight with,
because when you're arguing with your neighbor, you're not arguing with them, and you're not stopping them from doing.
When you realize you're giving away all your taxes, I mean, is there really that much of a difference between Republican and Democrat taxes? The big tax breaks, ours weren't permanent. The ones for corporations were passed. The other ones, what do we get them for a year, 2 years, and then they go away? I mean, we have to stop looking at, and the problem is so many people. There you go. So many people are living day to day, week to week, maybe even month to month. Right?
Well, and the thing is, the Republicans will always.
How's that, Tim? How's that?
The Democrats are going to take your guns, and the Democrats will tell their people the Republicans want to save your children. And that's the thing. The Republicans are going to stop you from having an abortion, and the Republicans say the Democrats are going to stop you from having guns.
Well, and the Republicans are going to kill your grandmother because, they're going to take all their benefits away and throw them out on the streets,
And they both lie to you when they say the other party is taking your Social Security, because both parties are taking your Social Security.
Right. Both of them are doing it.
You just gotta scare. Yeah, you just gotta scare half the people fight the other half people, so we don't stop and go, oh, wait a minute. How come I'm paying like 25-30% of my money in taxes, and Warren Buffett pays nothing in taxes? Wait, you mean Exxon? Exxon made how many billion, and they didn't pay a penny in taxes? And I'm a let's say someone was like a school teacher, and then they have to pay like a third of 30% of their wages.
It's ridiculous.
At least 30%, because
and it has nothing to do with which side you're on. It's going to happen pretty much no matter what. The Republican Party always says, no new taxes, read my lips, all this sort of stuff, and whatever they say. But they've never said, you know what? We're cutting the personal income tax down to 10%, and we're going to crank up the corporate taxes. Yeah. Neither party's ever done that.
No.
But see, and there is an argument to be argued. There is that, I mean, if you bring down corporations and tax that, they will pass it down on other people. And now all of a sudden the consumer is paying more for the product that they're buying. So it is a fine line, like that argument. You really have to, and all those people are employed by
Bluetooth disconnected.
Sorry. All those people are employed by these companies who are giving these people jobs, and there has to be incentive for companies at the same time.
But TF, there are countries in this world that aren't third world country thing, where they have lots of systems in place where corporations actually pay for a lot of the infrastructure, as far as like physical infrastructure, but as well as like the maintenance of the social infrastructure. And they do. In our country, they don't pay for any of that shit.
Said name countries, I guarantee that the people are paying higher taxes.
Yeah, of
And-
course. But then they
Well,
don't.
no, well,
pay
see
for-
that, yeah, of course, that was
But
passed
they
on
don't
to
pay
the
for-
people.
But they don't
see?
pay for a lot of things, though. But they don't pay for a lot of things. Like, for instance, they don't. They get like way more. They get tons of days off.
Yeah,
Right.
They get,
They get tons of days off.
They get free education, free
Education.
free
They
health.
don't take loans out to go to college. They don't pay. They don't pay health insurance. They don't do a lot of stuff that we deal with. I'm not saying that I want to go because I haven't. Otherwise, I try to move to one of these countries. I'm very happy
Right,
where
Sweden.
I am.
You're talking about like Sweden or something like that.
Scandinavian countries, yeah.
Yeah.
But also,
and,
like, in
but I mean, their
Zealand-
tax bracket is what? I mean, it's like 48% or
Oh
close
yeah, no, they pay almost half their income to taxes.
But again, how much money do a lot of people pay for their health insurance? And I mean, what percentage goes to all that stuff as well?
But why do these people leave these countries? Why do the rich people leave those countries to get surgeries done elsewhere? I mean, trust me, Tim, Mitt, trust me, Mitt, I agree that like there is a reason why my wife still has, like, Indonesia, okay, that they have socialized medicine, okay, but it's fucking horrible. Okay. So she pays for, every month we pay for her family and blah, blah, blah. And she still is on that plan for a private health. They have to have private healthcare plans just to have decent medical. Now, I will say this, it's like $60 a month, and that covers my
see, that's what I
wife.
was going to go to. England, same way. Believe it or
That
not,
covers my
England-
wife, her mom, her dad. And like my wife's mom, she's a bad diabetic. She's going through major health problems, and we pay for them to basically be alive. Through the whole pandemic and everything like that, we were feeding the whole neighborhood, feeding the whole community over there. Like, we were sending that money over there every month because they just locked them down. There was nothing these people could do. And this is these people, most of them Muslim, but like my wife's neighbors that she grew up with, these people with kids, these people, they had nothing. I mean, there was absolutely no government help. There was nothing. It's like, if you leave your house, you are basically going to jail. And these people were starving to death. So we were sending, an extra $500 every month, even though we didn't have it, scraping our pennies together because we weren't going to watch these people who we know starve to death.
Right.
And, thank God that we were able to do it and are still here, right now on the flip side. But at the same time, like we just got through paying my wife's mom, unfortunately, had a bad diabetic thing and just had to have, half her freaking foot cut off, which is horrible. And with the insurance and everything like that, I mean, how much would that cost? If you went in America and had to have that surgery done in America, how much would that cost?
No,
with insurance, I mean, like,
with
nothing, probably, I would
you
assume.
pay 5, 6, 7,500 easy.
Well, no, with insurance, like, I mean, it depends. If you're like if you have a copay, but if you're like
right, but if you,
like
but with the
$500.
copay,
Yeah, but with the copay, you can have out of pocket at least 5,000, 7,500.
Well, I mean, I pay through the nose for mine, so I'm like an HMO. So like, it's literally surgery is like $500.
right? But how much do you pay a month?
Well, at my realtor company, we don't pay.
Okay, well, just the average person. Okay, if they're paying for insurance now, it's $1,400, $1,500 a month, right? For a family, like two people, to go get insurance now. I mean, it's like $12,000 a year.
It's out of control. I know,
Just
there's
to
gotta
pay for that.
So
Okay,
there's got to be something in between. That's what I'm saying. TF.
No. So we just had to, obviously we do the thing to where, like if it had been just their socialized medicine, she would have never got to the hospital. She'd be dead right now. Okay. And because she has the other one, it helps out a little bit that we pay $60 a month, and that covers 4 people. But still, we just had to send a check over there for $2,000. That was the total cost of her thing. So like you can't compare that to here where you're paying, $1,500 a month. So I mean, I have rich friends like a buddy of mine the other day, and he's like, well, I just had to have the surgery done. It cost me $38,000. And I paid cash for it or whatever. He's like, well, fuck that. I would have paid, that's the first thing I've had to have done in 10 years. He's like, I would have paid 140 if I'd have paid for insurance every month. He's like, screw that. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah. But I mean, it's also, if you have a serious ailment, then that's when you get into real trouble.
Oh, yeah. If you had diabetes or heart disease, or
if you had a heart attack, I mean, just a heart attack or a heart surgery and all that kind of stuff.
But either way, they have to take you at that point in this country. So it's almost like, I mean, you're not going to the hospital with a heart attack and they're not asking you for your insurance card.
No, but they'll slap a lien on your home. And so if you want to pass your house down to your kids, you get to pay off that they have to sell the house. Or if they ever sell the house,
broken fucking system, right? I agree with you totally.
Yeah. You should not monetize health. It's just disgusting.
You can't say it is disgusting, and I agree with you on that. I totally agree with you on that.
Let's get you on your platform, TF. I'm gonna campaign for you. I'm gonna go door to door, right? I'm gonna canvas for you.
You want to be an advisor?
I can be advisor. Yeah, sure, I can be advisor. But here's the thing: you only have one. You're running your platform is one thing, campaign reform. That's it. That's it.
Oh, healthcare reform is a big thing.
We'll let that happen later on, because here's the problem: when Bernie Sanders went batshit crazy and decided he wanted to like save the penguins in I don't know, on the Cape Horn, and then he wanted to save this, he wanted to do that. Dude had some good ideas, but he literally didn't want to win. That's my theory. Turn the music back on. He didn't want to win because they were going to whack his ass. And so he started saying, I want this, I want this, I want that one, I want free gummy bears for babies. He started saying everything he could because he's like, shit, oh my God, wait, I might actually fucking win this thing. Hold on, I don't like my kids killed. No, I don't want a car accident.
They're gonna Kennedy me.
Exactly.
He should have won. Like, I mean, they totally took him out of that.
That's crazy. That in itself why I wouldn't want to be a Democrat anymore.
I'll tell you who should have won was Ross Perot. We need the little big ear guy.
But he was the first one to come with that idea of saying, I'm not taking any money.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the one.
Well, the thing I liked about Ross Perot was he sent mercenaries over to Vietnam to try to get our POWs back.
Yeah, Ross Perot was a great American. And that's what we're missing now is great Americans. I mean,
there aren't patriots anymore. You know that? I mean, because you know why? It's because they've divested their money. They don't need. I mean, there were some patriots, sure, but these guys, they wanted America to stay strong because all their money and wealth and their companies were here. But now,
the only thing, sadly enough, Tim, sadly enough, the only thing that'll save America, and this is my honest opinion, the only thing that'll save America and bring it back to its shining glory and make people patriotic again is World War III.
Yep. But
that's the only way that's going to happen.
I don't trust our young generation to fight.
What? You're afraid? Wait, you can't see these kids storming the beaches of Normandy with their webcams
out there making TikTok videos. Out there making TikTok videos.
They're gonna be like, God damn it!
We just landed on Omaha Beach.
I don't have Wi-Fi.
Out there storming Normandy. With their TikTok videos going. They've got their entourage filming them, it's like, Jesus Christ. That's basically what's going on in Ukraine right now, in my opinion.
You don't think somebody would be twerking on the beach?
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's money on a low level, right? As far as like look at Vietnam, there's money in war, right? Or even look at the Persian Gulf, right? But there's not the kind of money that the really big money. Going to a global war. Why I believe there won't be a global war is because there's no. You would be losing your fortunes, or at least gambling your fortune. Why would you want to do that when you have all these big guys and they're sitting up there with fucking just a shit ton of money? Why would they want to go to war? There's no money in war when people are dying and all sort of stuff. You know,
Well,
no.
what do you think? What do you think about our government telling us that we will never put troops in Ukraine or whatever, and then finding out later on that we've had troops there already?
You know,
I-
you know what I think about it? Nothing. You know why? Because I don't watch the news anymore. Because
No, I don't
literally-
watch news at all, but I'm
what's-
just saying
it's-
that's a fact.
Man, it pissed me off because my grandfathers one fought on Iwo Jima, on Okinawa, and another one was a CB all over the place in the Pacific.
Yeah,
And I'll
both
tell
my
you right now,
grandparents were in World War
didn't
II
do
as
all
well.
that stuff. They didn't do all that stuff for the shit we're doing now. I don't watch the news anymore.
I don't. I know. I
Some people
never
watch
turn the
news
news
anymore.
on.
The propaganda.
I never turn it on.
I
I'm
can't
not-
imagine what my grandfathers would say about the state of our country.
Yeah.
My
I can't
grandmother,
imagine.
my grandmother is still alive. She's my last grandparent. So both my grandfathers were. One was a big band musician. He actually went to what's it called? Valley Forge. You know, like that was his childhood growing up. But he was a musician, so he did the thing in World War II where he traveled around and did the cheering up the troops and playing the music. My other grandfather was my other grandfather knew the guy at the post office and told him his number was up, so he enlisted in the Air Force and became an Air Force mechanic. So he was working on the planes and he did that and was overseas, but he was the mechanic. So thank God, he didn't have to go out there and actually die. But he served, his funeral was awesome. Both of their funerals were awesome. They had the, gun salute and the flags and the thing, both World War II veterans, either way you look at it. But it's just not this. People don't have that. Like most people don't give a fuck about our country. Like they don't. Most people hate our country in the United States right now.
Fighting each other, and we want to fight each other, and we don't care about the country because half the people think the one side is against them, the other think the other side's against them, and nobody's fighting for America. We're all fighting for a freaking stupid party that don't give a damn about you.
And the problem is social media, because people can get on there and say these hateful things and everything. Nobody's, there's a big loss. Like when they started on the thing, no bullying thing and the taking, like, oh, you can't, like kids growing up these days. You know what? It's healthy to be punched in the nose. It is healthy to learn what it's all about and to know where your word statements can end and physicality begins. That is society. And on the internet, there is none of that. So people can just sit there and say whatever they want to and do whatever. I mean, in the schoolyard, if you said the things that you said on social media, you get your fucking nose broke. And you won't say that again. But on social media, these people can just say whatever they want.
Yep.
On that note, it's 11 over here in Washington, and I got to call it a night.
Yeah,
I mean, it's 2:00 here in South Carolina. So
yeah, I got to take my dad in the morning.
Or North Carolina. Wait, I'm in North Carolina.
Finalize their house. They got to make all the decisions on what color and all that. They're having a house built, so
nice. All right, gentlemen.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Hey man, anytime.
I will be back Monday. And Traveling Fools, I will get back on your show again. I just been playing poker every Saturday night. It makes it hard.
I don't blame you, man. I mean, YouTube might like totally cancel us here pretty soon because I'm kicking back against them. Hey Tim, though, I do appreciate you like joining the membership, even though it's paused. All that stuff is still going. So, I'm still gonna go back live. We're gonna do more trivia, probably Sunday night. Jeff, I know you like to do trivia, but I'm just gonna want to say that I'm probably gonna try to do that like chat trivia every Sunday night again and give away a prize every night.
Yeah. And I was planning on coming Sunday. I got sicker than a dog last week. If you notice, I wasn't on any night because I was sicker than a dog. But yeah, I'm gonna come on. I plan on coming over to your show Saturday, one of these Sunday nights, and
yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that. Is like every Sunday night doing like a 10:00 stream or something to where it's a chat trivia, try to get the people. So Tim, I do appreciate you like being a member. I got to make a show this weekend. I'm gonna do something to explain what's going on. But I feel bad like people actually join as members and then all of a sudden it's like I'm womp womp, you know, they're not. So but the drawings and everything are still in effect. So good for you
I
guys.
didn't join you know me, I didn't join for that shit.
I know,
joined
dude.
for you,
No,
so
I
we're good.
trust me, I know, man. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just explaining myself. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you don't gotta explain yourself. We're
Now,
good.
now, Tim, while you got a minute this week, though, when you got some free time, why don't you cancel your high school football memberships?
Oh shit! You know what? Those are still no. I got rid of one of them actually. I did get rid of one. One of them I can't find, but I think I did actually call up my credit card company and say, "Hey, these I don't know. I can't find how to cancel this thing, so stop paying them."
Sometimes it just like won't let you cancel stuff. It's like
I know.
you have to call. It's like Jesus Christ! Like I've called my credit card company before, and I'm like, I want to cancel this thing. They're like, well, unless you go to the thing. I'm like, no, I just want to fucking cancel. Like, do not
They
accept this
tried that with
charge.
me. They did try that with me, and I said, "Hey, look, I tried that. I cannot find it, and it's being pulled every month. You guys are paying it." And so I gave them the information, and they were supposed to follow up on it, and they did. They froze the So technically, I think I still have an account out there somewhere, but
This
they
was
froze
farmers
payment
only, or
because
what?
until they could find out how I can cancel it.
Is this with farmers only, or
Don't know.
we made an account? My brothers and I we made an account on farmers only. This was years ago, just to like troll people, and our name was Loves to Plow. It was awesome. We were like
really
hitting
have
all
no
these
idea what
fat
you guys are
girls.
talking about at this point.
Yeah,
So
come on.
for round 2, I'm gonna get out of here.
All right, guys. You guys have a great night. I will see you maybe Sunday night, Traveling Fools. I'll come
All right,
over.
and then Jeff, I will be around, and Trying Fools, I'll be around. I just between now and next Wednesday, it's gonna be crunch time. But after that, I got plenty of time. So
All
I'll
right,
catch
good
you
luck,
later.
man. I hope you ace all your tests.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
All right, see you, buddy.
Yeah, and Traveling Fools, just let me know. You're doing that show. Like I said, you can do trivia anytime. I just, I started doing it because you wasn't doing it and that, and now I'm just doing it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I play poker Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays, and
Well, I don't know if you saw him, but like the way I've been doing it is chat based, so it brings in the people in the chat. It's not just a panel.
right.
So
No, that's cool how you do it. It gives everybody a chance to play.
Exactly, and it's pretty fun. So pop in there Sunday, and hell, you might win. You know what I mean? It's the first person that comes up on StreamYard that answers the question right is the correct answer. If you can Google faster than the other, then you don't. Well, I mean, it gives that opportunity,
Right.
but at the same time, if you know
Right,
the
and Google,
answer,
somebody who knows it's going to be boom, boom,
is
boom.
obviously going to be way faster than anybody Googling.
Exactly.
So it's fun. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you having me on here. I know you're trying to close it down, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, like I said, I've been meaning, and like I said, I noticed you hadn't been around on a couple of Saturdays, but I kept meaning to come over to your other show, and I've just been so freaking busy.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, you're in America, man, traveling around.
Hey, it's great.
And
to
you've
be
been sick, so
Yeah. Come to America.
I'm glad you're better.
41 degrees and 70 degrees and 80 degrees and 40 degrees all in the same day.
Well, there you go.
The one day it was sunny, it rained, it snowed, and it was freezing all in the same day. I was like, not even 12 hours apart. We went from sunny to rain to snow. Gotta love it.
Yeah, man. All right, buddy. Well, I do appreciate you having me on. Thanks a lot for the trivia. I always love playing. Make sure everybody does hit that thumbs up and subscribe to Tide Guy. I'm out of here, buddy.
All right, Traveling Fools, have a great one.
All right, see you, man.
All right, everybody, I'm going to close out. Thank you for coming. I appreciate all your support. Again, hit the like button, and I will see you guys on Monday.